1620 The
Crossover. Oh, killer crossover.
Just crossover.
It just crossed him over nastily.
Another victim to the crossovers. Cross him up and sit him down.
All right, the crossover is brought to you by Everlow Concrete Repair in Omaha at everlowconcrete.com. Guys, we got to make this crossover quick.
Why?
Because they got a full Thanksgiving spread outside of the room. Are you okay?
Yeah, I was laughing.
What are you doing?
What's wrong, Gary?
He's going to go eat.
Eat?
You know what?
They 10 o'clock in the morning.
They brought in a whole Thanksgiving spread.
Is it Neil's
did that
ham?
last week.
Is
We
it
already-
Neil's ham thing?
No,
We
no.
already did Thanksgiving.
Local business brought it in. They cooked it up in the lobby, and so they're serving it to everybody that's here today.
Well, that's a tough look for us.
I got an email yesterday from Miss Cynthia that said popcorn is ready.
And
it was delicious.
It was. And I said, what the hell is going on over there?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Hey, good on you guys for staying in Vegas after that display yesterday against San Diego State.
Yikes.
That's right. That's right. And we're going to go watch them tonight, right? We're going to.
What a bad decision that was.
Why?
Because they're probably going to lose again.
I'm glad I'm leaving.
We were either going to go to Duke, Kansas last night, but actually we just ended up going on the roof and getting stuck there like Doug on The Hangover.
Yep. It's a great time.
Yeah.
Nick got Japanese whiskey.
I did
Yeah.
get Japanese whiskey.
Nick, we go to this very expensive cocktail bar
Yeah.
up on the roof of the circuit. It's called the Legacy Club. And Nick pulls out the menu and he's like, what's the most expensive thing on here? I want it.
I want
It's
that.
actually not the most expensive. There was glasses of whiskey that were like $800.
Gary, there were things on there that were.
you.
There were things on there that were market price. I was like, I've never seen
That's-
market price for
Yeah,
whiskey.
you got
before.
lobster.
That's not a good thing. Usually
Yeah.
that's a seafood restaurant or a steakhouse.
You should have seen the lady's reaction when Nick ordered the whatever dollar
Japanese whiskey.
Japanese whiskey.
We
She
might
was like,
not have it.
she was like, okay.
Did it make him feel better? He does sound better today.
Oh, how do you feel, Nick?
Shout out to
I
Nick.
feel a little better. Thank
right.
you,
Whiskey
Japanese
cures
whiskey.
everything.
Oh,
you,
man.
Japan.
They
Hey.
used to give it to babies. So
Tell
I
me
guess
you're a
it's-
tourist, but without telling me you're a tourist.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure. On going upstairs and ordering the Japanese whiskey.
Absolutely.
I had some bourbon. It was very tasty. Very tasty.
Probably not as expensive.
No, it
We-
was not.
When we were going up, there's high level security for the Legacy Club. When we were going up there, all of a sudden, coming out of the elevator, pours out 100 Creighton people.
Seriously.
And I go, what the heck? We missed the. So I talked to a couple people I knew, and they were like, yeah, you should have told us.
You could have come up with us.
Yeah, I was like, oh well.
I'm about put it on Creighton's tab.
Yeah, I'm about to go spend a whole bunch of money, and Creighton would have just been like, yeah, you guys can.
Yeah,
have all
Connor was Mr. Popular with the Blue Jay. crowd
Yeah,
last
yeah,
I don't
night.
know if you
Gary,
guys have
Happer.
heard. I'm Mr. J, Gary.
Yeah.
Mr. Bozo.
Whoa.
Yeah. I saw what you were wearing. I mean, you had the gear on.
Yeah. Well, I was just trying to rep the team.
Yeah, he is of Creighton.
But look at this. Look, they lose, and you're in 1620 the zone gear, not 1620 the J.
Have you seen my hat? Have you seen my hat?
I see.
Interesting.
I see Josh's
Creighton.
hat. Josh's hat is on brand for the station.
I'm
gotta
repping the station
Rep the brand in Vegas.
all the time. all the time.
I'm doing both.
People come up to me with tears in their eyes and they say, "What is 1620 The Zone?" And I say, "Only the finest radio station in all the land."
That's right.
And then they say, "AM radio, is that still a thing?"
A couple guys came up to us. Was it yesterday? And they're like, "What are you guys doing?" I'm like, they're like, "Is it like a podcast or something?"
Everyone always asks that.
Everyone always thinks radio is podcast.
Like, no,
Yeah.
Radio is dead. We're just podcasters.
Oh man, are you on TikTok? No, I'm not on TikTok. I'm 36.
Like, it's a radio show, but we're also streaming on YouTube. And then
Yeah.
he thought he was on camera, so he tried to step away.
Yeah. Ooh, here's a great take from Jimmy. Josh's hat, greater than Connor's hat. I always love Jimmy's takes.
I like Josh's hat too. So
Oh,
look,
thank you.
You know, I like my hat. But
Nice.
That is a pretty sharp Creighton hat. I thought it was a Royals hat at first.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Mm.
That's appreciated. I should have worn more Royals gear because I know we need to rep the brand down here in Vegas.
Yeah.
Any of my free agents out here? Anybody who could play corner outfield?
Corner out.
Is there a right-handed power hitting bat on the streets of Vegas?
Blake
That's
Snell off
not
the market.
that's not named Hunter Renfroe, for God's sakes. Please. Jonathan India's good.
So one of the things about being in Vegas on a weekend, you guys are a little bit after the weekend, is the random jerseys that people are wearing.
Oh yeah.
Have we seen the most random jersey that you three have seen on the streets of
Love this
Fremont
game.
Street?
What is a good jersey that I definitely
I
saw
saw-
a jersey?
I saw a guy in the deli yesterday wearing a Japanese baseball, an NPB jersey.
Oh wow.
That's
I
cool.
couldn't tell which team it was exactly, but it was for sure an NPB.
You know, there's a lot of like bachelorette parties. Sometimes the bachelor parties these days, they all get custom baseball jerseys. It's a little weird for me.
Yeah, my friends would have never done that.
Yeah, no, I'm out on that.
Nick, what about your friends? You think you'll do custom baseball jerseys at any of your bachelor parties?
I'm the only person.
Parties.
I'm the only. Wow.
No,
multiple.
no, for the
That you
friends.
go to for your friend group.
I'm the only person in my friend group who likes baseball.
Oh wow. Will you do like a anime jersey?
Will you do some cosplay at the old bachelor party?
You did clock my friend group.
I figured I did.
We did take a good walk on Fremont Street last night.
Great time.
for a long time.
We just went back and forth actually.
That is some of the best people.
We just went back and forth and drank beer.
Got
for
your steps in.
probably an
We did.
hour or
Yeah.
maybe more.
That's literally all we did. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
It's
We
incredible.
bonded.
Yeah.
We made jokes.
We stopped and went to the bathroom once, and then I had to
Like as a
spend
group?
money on. Yeah, as a group, of course.
Who doesn't?
And then I had to spend money on.
Blackjack.
Well, I played roulette. I did like
that's
2
right.
spins of roulette, and
Yeah.
that was painful. And then we took a break, and I came back, and I won money later.
Yeah.
Last night. So that was good.
Shout out Happer.
Yep.
Any stop at Deep Roots or anything like that?
What's that?
Google it.
Mm.
Sounds like probably a strip club if you're saying
It's like
that.
that, like Spearmint Rhino was suggested in the
no,
chat.
No, it might help you enjoy basketball later today and whatever Creighton and Texas A&M are
Oh,
going to
it's
display.
one of those kinds of stores.
Ruth,
Yes.
Are we not allowed to talk about it?
Oh.
Well, I
Just
don't
didn't
know.
know what it was.
I don't know. I mean,
It's legal out
it's-
here.
Well,
it's
we
legal.
get random drug tests at work, don't we?
It's half legal in Nebraska.
when you get back.
do we?
Been nice working with you guys.
I don't even think I don't think I filled out paperwork when I started.
You
here.
guys haven't had that? My takes are so good that afterwards they break into the studio and say, "Pee in this cup." How could your takes be so good? You must be on steroids.
Why in a
figured 'cause
Dixie
it's not
cup?
even a-
I think that's a little bit shady of who's asking that. I think that's for more of an indifferent kind of reason.
Are you sure it's a doctor?
It's Dan.
Yeah, they contract a lab. and whatever.
Gary, the first GM that we had when we were working together here at the building, he asked me one time after a vacation that I took out to the West Coast. He asked if I dabbled in anything, and I said no, I didn't. And he goes, "Don't worry, we won't test you. If we did, we'd have to fire." And then he named a radio station at the station. He said we'd have to fire everybody from that radio station. It's like, wow, okay,
Nice.
Yeah, and you know what? None of them work on that radio station anymore.
Interesting.
There's not a whole lot of people left from the 2012 era of Omaha NRG media.
No, but there is not. But a story who I won't mention his name, but he's had affiliation with the afternoon show. At your first wedding, Josh.
Yeah. I've heard about this story.
Yeah, we went out to
vehicle.
Yeah, his vehicle.
Yep, I heard about this.
Like the cousin walk tomorrow.
Just went out. You know, we had we were having a lot of fun and went outside and just
I
had
miss
some
her
fresh air.
too. I miss her because wasn't she in the car with you too? There was another
She was
person
in the
there?
car as well.
She
Yeah.
had the best Halloween costume ever. one year at NRG Media's Halloween party.
What was the best Halloween costume ever?
It
Josh?
was she was a grave, and it was all of the people that had been at NRG Media.
That's amazing.
It
Hilarious.
was an amazing costume. I miss her. Very
Yeah.
much miss her.
I saw her and I thought it was her body count.
Oh no,
Gary.
Scary.
I like this, Gary.
Toby writes, legalize it.
Legalize?
Yep. What are you saying?
It's half legal in Nebraska. I think we
That's
can talk
true.
about it.
That's true.
So you guys are telling me that you're going to go eat turkey at 10 o'clock in the morning?
Oh my God, it's unbelievable. I believe they brought in a private chef. Doesn't that look like a private chef out there,
There's
Josh?
a carving station.
Yeah, a carving
Is it a
station.
private? Is it a
They
private
cut
chef
the
or is it
meat
just Mr.
for
West?
you.
Oh, really?
I think
they,
the
they
tur-
don't let you guys operate.
No,
at
it's
the
Ed.
house.
He's just cutting it for everyone.
I think the turkey was just killed yesterday. It's a hell of a deal.
Fresh.
That's why it's a great place to work.
Fresh killed turkey.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
All right, let's play Smash Pass or Trash with Thanksgiving food items.
Okay.
Smash, trash, or pass pumpkin pie.
When you say smash, is this like an American Pie situation, or are you just saying we would eat it?
Eat it, Nick.
It's
you
10 in the
weirdo.
morning. Yeah, you.
Pass.
So what's the difference between trash and pass?
Trash, you like hate it with,
A passion.
yeah.
And
Pass is just like no thanks.
you're like
not for me.
politely saying no.
Yes, yes. Sorry,
But either way, it's no.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But it's a more violent
Okay.
no.
Okay. I politely say no to pumpkin pie.
Pass.
Pass.
Yeah.
Smash. I'm going to pass because I want to know what my other options
Smash. You don't have other options. Just pumpkin pie.
are. Oh, well,
Nobody's
then
trashing
that's
it
my
now.
only option. If it's pumpkin pie or nothing, I'll smash.
Sweet potatoes. Smash, pass, or trash.
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 Sorry, Grandma. That's garbage.
Whoa.
Get this out.
Put it in the trash can, Grandma.
Yeah. Get out of here,
Hey,
Grandma.
Yeah.
in the world of bad takes that are now living in Las Vegas with you three,
Yeah.
why are we so out on sweet potatoes?
Gary, I think you're the one who has the bad take here.
Oh, got him.
See
I
what
just
happens when
don't-
he gets his voice back.
I like regular potatoes, Gary. I don't need them sweet.
Also, they're too mushy.
Mushy? Is that an anime term?
that Japanese whiskey? That was in that stuff.
Mushy.
They bombed us once. Here's some whiskey.
That's trash. Trash.
Trash.
What is the
Sweet potatoes.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah,
the
Sweet-
whiskey's great.
Sweet potatoes with some marshmallows on top.
What
If
the
it was-
hell?
If it was good, you wouldn't need marshmallows.
You don't
It's
need
like rhubarb.
marshmallows ever. Trash marshmallows in all
Oh, wow.
circumstances.
Okay. Out on marshmallows.
Whoa, what happened to
Hot cocoa?
s'mores?
Nope, s'mores are stupid.
Did you never go snipe hunting in the woods? Where you had a little campfire and you had to stop and make some s'mores?
Yeah, I've made some s'mores before, but I don't like roasting the mallows.
You
Great
just like
reference.
popping the mallows?
No, I don't know. I don't pop the mallows and then I don't sweat. Get it? Pop the mallows. All right. What's the next thing, Gary? Tell me. What's the next thing?
Smash, pass, or trash.
Yep.
Mac and cheese.
Oh.
Smash.
I'm
Smash.
Smash AF.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
What
Like
Nick
American
said.
Pie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love mac and cheese.
Smash.
Yeah, I love mac and cheese.
Green bean casserole.
Smiggity smash.
No.
No.
Trash.
Trash.
No.
I'm gonna
Who
trash.
made the
Something's
green
gotta go in the
bean
trash.
casserole.
That
and
is-
mix it up and just bake it all over everything.
It really depends on who made the green bean casserole.
Oh, wow.
No.
So look for some of your family members, Nick.
So like grandma?
Oh, like my dad's green bean casserole is goated.
Yeah. Oh, goated?
Everyone at family events are like, Nick, is your dad bringing
mushy
green bean casserole?
Who labels the Dad Grim green bean casserole goated?
Yeah.
My family.
Are you
Gary.
self-
No, they do not.
You
Yes, they
self
do.
gloss?
You're saying that your family sits around and says, this is goated?
Yeah. They're like, for real, on God. This green bean casserole
What
is
does Notre
goated,
Dame have
man.
to do with this?
Oh, my God.
It just hits the ear wrong when Nick says things.
I know.
Is there an opportunity for outsiders to dine with the Grims on Thanksgiving? Because
Oh,
this could be vlog material.
Oh, Nick.
It shouldn't be. No.
Are you doing two
Goated.
Thanksgivings tomorrow, Nick?
No, we're doing mine. Well, Yeah, I guess. And then we're doing another one on Friday.
Okay.
Well, because I thought
Math
you were
is
asking
hard.
about my family and her family.
That's what I was asking.
No, so I'm doing my mom and my dad's Thanksgiving.
Oh, so you
tomorrow.
still are doing 2 tomorrow?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we're doing hers on Friday.
Nice. That'll be fun for you.
Boy,
It's
you-
your
if
first time, right?
Denver.
You have crossed over,
Oh.
man. You are all in.
What is the
Yep.
weather in Denver?
I'm not going to Denver.
Why do you guys keep
Oh, no
saying
Denver.
this?
Okay.
It's fine
I'm
in
going-
Denver.
I'm going straight to Omaha.
There's
Oh,
no
then you're good.
concerns about Denver.
Yeah, look, it's snowing right now, but it's light snow. That's not a big
It's in
deal.
the mountains.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just staying in the mountains. It'll avoid where we're flying.
I see a mountain right over there.
Yep, there's no snow up there. We're
It's not-
totally fine.
It's not going anywhere.
Nope.
All right, final one.
right.
Smash, trash, or pass ham.
Oh, smash.
I'm smashing ham.
Especially my grandpa's ham. Off the bone, baby.
Is
That
it
stuff is
is it
good.
is it
goated?
goated?
It's goated. Oh, yeah.
This is a
So that
polite.
means it's not mushy.
This is a polite pass for me.
Oh, a polite pass.
Yeah, polite pass. No trash.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
I just don't. I don't like. I have so much turkey. What are you laughing at?
Oh no.
A text that we received that I will not be reading on the air, but I almost spit out my coffee.
I have so much turkey that I just don't feel the necessity to have ham. And I find it more difficult to eat because of its thin nature. You know, you have to.
Thin?
I just feel like you're not getting enough out of.
You're not getting thick ham?
Yeah,
Like
what's
the
going on
spiral
here?
cut?
Are you getting like
No, the
deli
ham
meat?
itself is thick, but you're slicing it off and making pieces of ham.
I think you started an argument.
If it's spiral ham, it's just thick. It's pretty thick.
Yeah, I'm out.
Pretty thick.
Get past.
That's how
All
I was.
right.
That's how I was born.
Pre-thick.
Pretty thick.
pretty thick.
Is prime rib the new turkey? There's a lot of people.
What are you talking about?
There are a lot of
listening.
people who are like, I'm not doing turkey or ham for Thanksgiving. I'm doing prime
People
rib.
always do that.
And
stuff.
they're like,
Good
pretty
take.
contrarian.
yeah, but give me a break. You know,
No.
give me a freaking break, Josh.
Wow.
It's like, I'm special. I'm doing prime rib.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly.
It's not
I-
mushy.
I think the turkey stays on Thanksgiving. The prime rib has become very popular for Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah, that's where I had it.
Yeah, we go to.
You're like,
there's-
why would I have turkey when I could just have the best meat in the world?
Correct. Good take.
It's Thanksgiving. That's why.
So wait, why do you have to have the worst meat in the world?
it's not the
It's
worst.
not the
meat.
worst meat.
What's the worst meat?
Ham is worse than turkey.
No, it is not.
Liver.
It is. Ham is worse.
Ooh,
Liver. Good
Liver,
take,
liver,
Josh.
liver.
Yeah, if we had Thanksgiving liver every year, that would be a huge bummer.
I
No,
would
thank
hate
you.
that.
At work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on down for the liver, everybody. Imagine that email from Keely coming in. Come get your liver. Oh. No thanks, Keely. I'll pass. I will pass. I will politely pass on the NRG liver.
NRG potluck of liver. Who makes the best
Different
liver?
livers.
Oh my gosh.
Winner wins Valas for a year.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
You can't have any pumpkin pie until you finish your Thanksgiving liver.
Oh,
Like, Mom, it's too mushy.
I hope everyone uses that word in a sentence when you're around the table at Thanksgiving.
mushy.
That
Yeah, I'm
election was very mushy.
Oh, get ready for the takes, folks.
Good
It's
John working into his
Thanksgiving tomorrow.
call tonight.
You know,
John. Oh, that was a mushy play by Creighton's offense.
before Hogo got here, that offense was mushy.
It was mushy. Thank you for Holgo.
Yeah.
The Oko.
What is it now?
Sharp? Yeah, the exact opposite of mushy.
Is
Pushy.
sharp the opposite of mushy?
I don't think
Good
that's
question.
the opposite. Bernie wants to know, Happer, what's going to hold the Rice Krispie treats together with no marshmallows?
Ooh.
I don't care. You could cancel Rice Krispie treats.
You're
man.
out
I
of Rice
care.
Krispie treats?
Who cares about Rice Krispie treats?
I'm with Happer actually on this one.
Wow, you guys suck.
My
With
God,
Happer
why don't
on
you
this
tell your
one.
daughter about Santa Claus today, too?
There's so many options for food. Here's my take. Here is my take of the crossover.
Okay.
If Thanos snapped half of food, that wouldn't be the worst thing. Wow.
Oh.
But what if the
Alright.
food that he snapped away was all of the things you like? Like it's like
That's impossible.
It's like normal pizzas, and now it's
I'm
just
playing
buffalo
it.
chicken
What if
pizza.
it's all just buffalo chicken and liver?
No, I'm playing the odds here. I'm playing the odds here. There's going to be some
They have
bad
that at
ones still.
Val's?
And half of the food
You want
is just
half
gone.
of the food gone?
Yes. Yes. Rice
Wow.
Krispies? Who would miss Rice Krispies?
I would. I love Rice Krispies.
No,
He's
you
a
wouldn't.
child.
You don't eat Rice Krispies, Nick.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Often, but I like them.
Poll question up at Happer Show. If Thanos snapped half of the foods away, would it be the worst thing ever?
The answer is no. Thank you.
Right.
my God.
Why are Rice Krispie treats like in the adult, selection at a convenience store?
I've always
I don't know.
wondered that.
They're not with the candy. They're in the good aisle for healthy food. 150 calories.
Oh, it's practically vegetable.
I didn't know that.
Nobody's
Yeah.
buying those.
Yeah, certainly not me.
I like the ones that they make out of Fruity Pebbles. Those are fun.
Oh my gosh, that's disgusting.
A child.
It's not. It's
Diabetes.
delicious. I'm sorry, you guys are all old and boring.
That foreman.
You'll get there someday, Nick.
Hey, along the way, we're all going to die anyhow. So,
We
That's
covered
right.
that today.
yes.
That's right.
All right. Have fun. Well, multiple topics. Are you guys on the air for what? 7-8 hours together?
7 hours.
7 hours
7.
of commercial, not free.
Yeah.
1620 the zone.
There will be commercials.
Yeah.
There will be commercials.
At what point during your 7 hours on the air will be technically the witching hour?
Oh, good question, Gary.
probably about 1 or 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's usually 3 hours in.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
About 1 o'clock today.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Any good visuals at Circa right now that you could share?
No,
We're watching the Chit Chat show.
yeah, they're talking about the Lakers.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost again. Bummer.
Cowboys
They were-
next.
Yeah.
They were
Oh,
just
yeah.
showing the Duke Kansas highlight. Did the ending of that game anybody remind you of any other Duke Kansas game that was maybe in Omaha a couple years ago?
Great game, Happer.
The shot rimmed out exactly the same way. It was like off the backboard, off the rim, off the backboard again, and out. That's exactly how Grayson Allen missed that shot. in
America
Omaha.
won that day and
I
last
sat
night.
next
sure
to Gary
did.
for that game. That was a good time.
That is, we had great seats. We were
Oh
right,
my
we
gosh,
were right
Gary.
behind the bench.
I will never have as good of seats as I had that day for a major sporting event. It was incredible how close we were to the court.
I was in outer space that night.
Were you upstairs?
Yeah, I was in the hockey
You
box.
didn't work at the zone.
Yeah, you
yet.
didn't work
They
at
were
the
like,
zone.
"Who's this guy? He's a Lincoln guy. He's probably a Husker fan." That's probably what they thought of you.
That is probably what they
And
thought.
now
yeah.
look.
Yep. Now he's a Jays honk.
Yeah, look at my hat.
Yeah.
Yep. Indeed.
Smash, pass, or trash Creighton's chances today?
Pass.
Pass.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Pass.
Oh, trash.
Wow. Whoa, who said trash? Who said that?
That was scary.
Yeah, maybe. You might be right. Wade Taylor might go for 48. I don't know.
What's Texas? Look at the board right now. Texas A&M still 3.5-point favorite.
Where is that game?
College basketball. They're not on there. But Nebraska is.
For tonight, is it still 20 over South Dakota?
It says 23.
Okay. That has gone up. And 5.5 for Nebraska, Iowa still?
Where's the college football? No college football right now.
Yeah, but it did say 5.5 yesterday.
Yeah, it was
so.
5.5 yesterday.
All right. Have you
You think
guys,
Nebraska's gonna win?
why don't you guys, since you're confident in tonight's game, why don't you put some money down on it?
Maybe we will, Gary.
Well, who said we were confident in tonight's? Like confident for Texas A&M? I'm not going to bet on Texas A&M. Why
Oh,
would I do
interesting.
that?
Maybe you want to make a little cash.
I don't bet against the teams that I enjoy. Some people do.
Yeah, and then they lose.
Both of the fine people that I'm with sitting here in this cabana
Yeah.
today, they're like, I'm going to bet against my team on Sunday.
And I
Both
lost.
failed
Yeah.
miserably.
Yeah.
I will tomorrow.
The
Well-
Dolphins decided to not suck once.
Josh should
The
have known.
Dolphins are good. They're bad.
Oh my gosh.
Josh, you should have known the Cowboys were going to win because it's the worst possible outcome for them at this point in the season.
That's true.
Exactly, Josh.
That's
We're going to
true.
end up 7-10.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
All right.
Miserable.
Have fun. Have a great day. Have a wonderful night watching Creighton and Texas A&M play. There's not a lot of people there, so I'll look for you guys to get on TV.
All right,
Perfect.
cool. Love you guys. Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to
Ooh,
all.
shit.
That is the crossover powered by Everlevel Concrete Repair in Omaha at everlevelconcrete.com. If your concrete's mushy, call Everlevel. Connor Happer, Josh Peterson, Nick Grimm here from Circa Stadium Swim. Josh Hodson's back in studio. We'll start things off next.
It's our boss, Steve.
It's the Connor Happer Show. Are we sure we want to do this?
Could you, make an announcement that we're ready?
It's the Connor Happer Show on 1620, The Zone.
All right, here we go. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. A football fiesta Wednesday, people are saying.
Many are saying.
That's right. Here on the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone and on 1620thezone.com. I am Connor Happer. Our dear Josh Odson back in our studios at 50th and Dodge in Omaha, Nebraska. Josh, I feel like you've been bottled up these last couple of days. You got any takes? You want to say anything to the people? Talk to me.
Creighton concern.
Good take, Josh.
No.
Very good take.
The one thing he has to say makes me sad.
Sorry, Happer.
Football, good.
Football, good.
We do love football, don't we?
Today's the last day of that million days of football in a row or something.
No, there's football tomorrow, Josh, and Friday,
today's
and
the
Saturday.
Today's the first day without football in
a
million days. Or something?
Isn't there football tonight?
There's got to be some action tonight, right?
Oh no, there's not football.
Today's the last. It broke the streak today. We start a new streak tomorrow.
Yeah, that lasts
That's
just
right.
like 5 days. This sucks. We're at the end of the road.
Who cares?
Oh, would you stop it, basketball boy?
Hoop, bounce, bounce, bounce.
You're not going to be so excited for hoops if this keeps going.
That's true.
I like basketball of all kinds.
Do you? Even the bad kinds?
I like watching UConn lose every day. That's fun.
It has been fun.
It is fun. What
Yeah.
is going on with that? Is the Big East a trash can? Topic alert.
Topic alert. Well, I don't have college basketball opinions in November, so we'll see how I can do with that.
But
one.
what if I told you that Creighton and UConn both might not be as good as people thought they were going to be?
I'd say that's a solid take right now, given that they both keep losing games.
But then what would you think of the Big East?
Then I'd say, yikes, tough look for that league.
There you
Hasn't
go.
the
There's
Big
an
East
opinion.
lost like 1 million non-conference games so far this year?
Yeah, I mean,
Not great.
Villanova is responsible for some atrocities.
Yeah, what has happened to Villanova?
They have a bad coach.
They need to bring back Jay Wright.
That's a great take.
Yeah, him and
you
his
are
suits.
right about that.
Look at me.
You
Look
are
at me.
right about that.
Said he didn't have basketball
Yeah,
takes.
I guess I can deliver them. Theo says PJ, and we remember this is producer Josh.
That's right.
And then
I think he's talking about PJ Fleck because he's always talking about the Minnesota.
Oh, that's
podcast
what I
feed.
thought that meant. Thank you.
No, yeah, he's talking about you, Josh, and then he has a goat. He says that producer Josh is goated, like Nick's dad's. What was the
Green bean
Oh
casserole.
my god!
Also, Theo, what the hell? You say I'm goated.
Nope.
There can't be that many goats.
Yep, there can't be that many goats. Too many goats.
It's right there in
Too
the
many
name.
goats. Too many goats.
What do we think of Nick today, guys? How is Nick feeling?
He sounds
Better?
no. That's not the
Oh.
right word.
We had quite the night last night.
Nick just had a Japanese whiskey like 12 hours ago.
It was a good whiskey.
Venmo Chris says 7 hours of shows. Any chance we get to that Caitlin Clark story?
We might not have time. We might not have time.
We might not have time.
You mean my goat and your goat, Caitlin?
Oh,
Clark?
interesting.
Well, it keeps changing. You never know. We never know how to hit that moving target.
Yeah.
What's she up to now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you should see.
I know that people were mad at her during election season. There were some people because she was liking things on Instagram.
Oh,
The
no,
nerve.
she was liking things?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, indeed.
Did she go on a podcast during election season?
I don't believe so.
Well, a lot of people did, though.
Does she have a podcast where she could have a presidential candidate on during election season?
I also don't believe so. Wow. Her podcast would do numbers,
Folks,
though.
Leaving money on the table.
We
Yeah,
love
seriously.
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Thank you for not having a podcast.
Yeah, everyone has a podcast.
You know what we should do? We should have not having a podcast day. And all the people who don't have podcasts,
Yeah.
we could give them a gift. We could say thank you. Thank you for not doing a podcast. How's that sound?
Josh, your thoughts?
I would not be invited to this party.
I would host that ceremony.
Nice. Isn't it amazing? So there are 4 of us who are hanging out right now. Josh has a podcast that he does occasionally about movies. You and I both have many podcasts, but Nick doesn't have a pod.
You got
used
Formula
to.
Friday.
Yeah.
I've got concepts of a plan for a pod.
Nick told us last night
Nick, you're
about a
not doing
podcast that he might be doing.
Yeah.
He told us about a podcast he might be doing. So we'll
You
see
don't
if he
remember
does
that? That was while I was drinking my Japanese whiskey.
What
Yeah.
did he say?
Mm-hmm.
What did he say? I don't know.
Headley writes, I'm assuming Josh had a few Jimmy Palmers after midnight. No, the last drink I had was definitely before midnight. And then I fell asleep.
I went
Yeah,
sleep.
snooze
We weren't up
boy.
past midnight.
No,
were we?
no.
I was upstairs at like 10:20 and I was exhausted.
You left early though.
Yeah, I think I went to bed at 11.
Yeah.
So 1 o'clock Omaha time.
Your boy was on a little blackjack, a little heater last night.
Yeah.
He was. I watched it. I survived about 4 hands.
Chris writes anime review with Nick Grimm.
There you go.
That could be
That's
your
what it
podcast.
says.
I don't like
Podcast.
anime like that.
Lee writes, I do a podcast with Nick any day.
Oh,
There you go. How about that? Many people want to do. Oh, Debo, is it Mushi with Nick Grimm?
Is
kind
it
of like, is it
Mushi?
cake? Is it Mushi?
oh, that's fun.
The Mushi pod.
Is it mushy?
Is it Mushi?
And you just give him things, and he asks if they're mushy or not.
I just got a text from multiple people. I don't have a podcast. Can I have a prize? And another person said, same.
Huh?
Oh,
Look at that.
Huh.
People without pods.
Absolutely. I
Uh-huh.
think we start this gathering every year. Welcome to National Not Having a Podcast Day. And we have to honor the people who haven't poisoned our society with their takes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm a part
That pod
of,
is poised.
Unfortunately, I am a part of the problem.
Yeah.
There's too much food and there's too many podcasts.
the podcast cabal.
Yesterday, I edited my running podcast, and then I did my podcast with Jack.
You are disgusting.
Yeah, multiple pods.
That's
multiple
horrific.
pods.
Too many pods.
Yeah.
What if Thanos snapped half of the pods?
Oh,
That would be awesome.
All right, that's going up. Don't worry, guys. I'm on it.
He should snap like 85% of podcasts.
All right, I want the wording to be exactly the same as the other poll question, so we're going to do a copy paste.
amazing.
Dude, that would be great. That would be excellent.
Wow.
All right, let me know when that poll goes up. Can't wait to see what's on it. Anyway, this is the Connor Happer show. Guys,
It is,
this
yeah.
is the Connor Happer show. We
Yeah.
have so many things today.
We're going to talk to your podcast host.
That's right. I've already talked to Mitch for 2 hours this morning.
Are you gonna have anything left to talk about?
Yeah, don't worry. Maybe I'll have to remember that Nebraska has a special teams coordinator, something that I definitely forgot when I was recording the podcast this morning. That's okay. It's the end of the season. I don't know if he's going to be the special teams coordinator anymore. Who knows?
He won't be.
Okay.
He's
all
not.
right.
Get the tomatoes.
All right. So Mitch is going to join the show at 11:30. Robin, what's the comment say?
He says we could blindfold Nick and have strangers place things in his mouth, and he says, "Mushy or not mushy." What a great video podcast that would be. They're just putting things into Nick's mouth.
By the way, pull question up. If Thanos snapped half of the podcast away, would it be the worst thing ever?
Oh my gosh.
No, it would not.
Cindelar says, can you guys get Josh or Joey to play the drop of Bishop saying, you get a prize every half hour or so? It's my favorite.
It's incredible.
Sure, we're taking
find that.
requests.
Odson, do you mind playing that drop every half hour?
Maybe that's what we
probably
should do.
find that.
Josh on the half hour.
If you need it, it's on my wall. You can
But he's on his own wall. today.
copy it from my wall.
Or just
paste
go
it
to
onto yours.
Segway and
Josh
search
is a smart
prize.
person. He'll figure it out.
All you
He'll-
got to do is search prize.
He'll find the drop. He'll find
You get a prize.
He'll find the drop. Don't worry. Don't worry. And at some point during the show, it'll randomly come up. So we take requests. That's what we do. We're like FM radio. You know, you call.
Yes,
you call the FM radio station. You say, "I want to hear that Blink 182 song for the 100 millionth time," and then they're like, "Okay, we'll do it. We'll play that.
Say no more, fam.
We'll play that anytime you ask.
No, wait,
You
what was
get
this-
a prize.
What was the song earlier that we kept? That girl is
That girl
yeah.
is topics.
That girl is topics. Yeah. Play that girl is poison. Oh, okay. Thank you for listening to our FM radio.
That's our
station.
topic alert.
You
theme
get a
song.
prize.
Thank you. Robin Washut will join us at 1 o'clock. That is the lineup powered by the Rooferees at John Higgins Weather Guard. We'd love to hear from you all. 402-951-1620 on the 42 Degrees of Source hotline. You can call or text that number. Tweet at Happer Show, at Connor Happer, at Josh Peterson, at producer_Josh, at Grimminim, at No Context 1620, at 1620 The Zone, at Gary Sharp
Mushi.
1620,
Yep.
at Mushi,
Mushi.
at Mushi 1620,
Is Mushy?
at USC
Are
1620.
you about to squat on Mushi?
It is
Oh,
a thing.
Yep.
It's a parody account.
Pardoy account.
Pardoy.
Yep. It hasn't tweeted in 9 years though. This person must be out on Elon's Twitter.
All right.
I'm going to squat on Mushi is a hilarious phrase.
Find that on the JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed, x.com/Mushi.
Mushi 1620 though, Nick, is available. What about no context? Mushi. No context Mushi is available.
All
All
right.
right, it's just pictures
Take
of
it out.
sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Take it out. You can email the Equitable Bank inbox, Connor at 1620thezone.com, Josh at 1620thezone, Josh O at 1620thezone.com, Nick at 1620thezone.com. There's so many ways
What
to
about
email
that
the
girl?
show.
It's Mushi at
And
1620thezone.com.
Mushi at 1620thezone.com probably we'll get a redirect to somebody that you get a prize.
Can we redirect that to me?
Here's the other thing.
Yeah.
Here's why you have to know all these ways to get in contact with us today. Because today is I Have an Opinion.
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine the opinions if we put man on the street on Fremont Street and they would say, well, I have an opinion,
That-
and then there would be opinions.
Nick, if you want to start your new podcast, I think it would just be walking around Fremont Street and asking them for opinions.
do you have an
I'm wor-
opinion?
I'm
Yep.
worried about doing that because I'm going to ask the wrong person, and then they're going to be like, "Cool, $50, please."
And then they would get canceled. People will inevitably get canceled.
But we want your opinions because we're doing a radio show in Omaha,
Mhm.
you know, and it's not, it's not about Vegas really. Like it's cool, but it's not about Vegas.
Mm.
But we are here nonetheless. We'll be watching Creighton this evening, and
Oh
you'll
my
be able to
gosh.
hear the Blue Jays on 1620 The Zone and 1019 The Keg. Let's take a break before we get things off and running here. Don't forget to get your opinions in for I Have an Opinion coming up at noon today. We are off and running on a Topic Alert Wednesday here on 1620 The Zone.
Let's get back to the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
All right, welcome back. It's the Connor Happer Show here on 1620 The Zone and on 1620thezone.com. We're live in Circa Resort, Casino, Pool, all of those things.
Having a great time.
Bar, table, bathroom, cabana, all of it. All of it, Circa. And we're here, and we love it.
We do indeed.
What are you laughing? What's going on back there? Crowd's going wild.
Got anything else you want to name?
I mean, there's just a lot of things here. There's a lot of things that you could do.
There are many things.
There's a lot of things that you
Are
could
you
do
just
here.
naming things in the room?
I love lamb. Yeah. Nick probably wouldn't get that reference because he's never seen Anchorman.
I've seen Anchorman. It was just like 10 years
I
ago.
made a reference to Anchorman Josh earlier
Are
today, and Nick
Anchorman
didn't.
references over?
And Nick didn't get it.
It was like 10 years
It was
ago.
very sad.
Oh, it was more than that.
Very
No,
sad.
when I saw it.
Oh, okay.
Very sad.
So if you make Anchorman references now,
Are they
do they
canceled?
work? Yeah. I mean,
We
not
used to
are they
make-
canceled, but like, do they work? Do people get them anymore?
We used to make so many Anchorman references.
Growing up, we would mostly quote Hangover.
Oh my!
That was
God.
our big quote movie.
Your Anchorman is Hangover.
Wow.
I think
Poll
it is.
question: what's your Anchorman?
I don't know. That's a hard.
That's not a poll
It's
question.
a hard poll question. a little
Hangover and
open-ended.
Super Troopers, even though Super Troopers came out way earlier.
Wow.
Yeah, Super Troopers right around the time of Hangover, right? Or Anchorman.
No, Super
Yeah, I
Troopers
think it was.
99, wasn't it?
Indeed, it.
Super
No,
Troopers was
no,
90.
oh,
No,
one.
it was
Oh,
not.
one.
Yeah, come on, Nick. What
Sorry,
are you doing?
not a lot happened in 01. It's
What was
hard to say.
Anchorman, Josh?
Oh, 04.
Super Troopers was before Anchorman.
Interesting.
So we're going to take you all the way up. It'll be the Connor Happer Show, and then it'll be on Sports Play Contact. What are we going to do for like a crossover? What is that? How does that
I think in the crossover we'll just talk about random stuff, which will be very
Interesting.
different from the rest of the show today. Very
Interesting.
different from the rest of the show today.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
We'll take you all the way until 5:00.
Wow.
This evening.
Yeah, so we have many things that we have planned today. We're going to do various bits across both of our shows that we normally do on like Fridays. Josh is going to grunt the slate. We have Fired Up for Football. John just sent me the Fired Up for Football stuff. I also realized I never did my radar charts. If you want to look at Iowa versus Nebraska,
We
the
have not
radar-
thought about the game much.
We have not. We barely have talked about Nebraska versus Iowa this week.
Are we
Okay.
doing predictions today as well?
We are?
I asked John about that. Yeah, so we'll see what John says as well. Because I forgot to send those to him.
So we're just going to go ahead and smash 3 days worth of shows into one show.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that on both shows.
Yeah, it will not be a one beer Friday though. We will not be doing a one beer Friday.
Why?
You're in Vegas.
I don't want to have any alcohol today. No alcohol.
Why not?
Wow, you guys really got after it last night, going to bed at 10:30.
There.
I feel amazing for the record.
Why? What's up with this slander of what time we did or did not go to bed? My body clock, Odson, is still on Central Time. I went to bed at 1 last night.
That's early for some. You've been gifted
Interesting.
a trip to
Interesting.
Vegas, and you're
Yeah.
using the time to sleep.
No,
That's
I did
not what the
use-
city's for.
I did not use the time to sleep. I used the
It's
time.
not called the city that never sleeps, though. That's New York.
That's
yeah, exactly, Odson. This is
Yeah.
the city.
It's
that
a city where
sometimes-
you're allowed to sleep.
Put that on a
should be their
billboard.
slogan. Yeah.
Las Vegas, you're allowed to sleep here.
It's the city of Mushi.
Mushi.
It's not the city of
Mushi.
for God's sake.
George wants to know, is Blazing Saddles still quotable?
No, definitely not.
Well, again, though, we're in a new America,
That's
in
true.
a few months.
You should have heard the words we heard
Oh, my gosh.
on Fremont.
Oh,
You should
my
have the
God.
words we read on Fremont Street.
There were many words on many shirts.
Tom Brenneman got canceled for quoting Blazing Saddles.
I think
He did.
I think that he would have gotten a Medal of Freedom if he would do that today.
Like, not only is he back, he's revered.
Yeah, exactly.
Whole question.
Would Tom Brenneman
Brenneman
get a medal if he did that today?
I think so. I think so. I think so.
And you all know what that is.
Yeah, Jimmy Palmer, our friend and yours, Jimmy Palmer.
Yeah, hi, Jimmy.
Could Tropic Thunder be made today?
Uh-uh.
I think it could. See, Tropic Thunder is in on the bit, though. Like, Apparently, Gen Z has discovered Tropic Thunder, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, cancel Robert Downey. He's in blackface." It's like, no, that's the bit.
Every 2 years, Gen Z finds Tropic Thunder again and tries to get it canceled, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, they're in on the joke.
Blazing Saddles was the original Tropic Thunder.
Oh,
That
Paul
was super
question.
in on the bit.
Okay, I'm going to get to that, but I read an article last night. Here it is. This is from Variety. They tweeted it 3 hours ago. They also tweeted it last night because I read it last night.
Great magazine.
Ben Stiller doubts he could make Tropic Thunder today because, quote, in this environment, edgier comedy is just harder to do.
Yeah, but
the idea
he's a lib.
The idea of Robert playing that character who's playing an African-American character, incredibly dicey.
Yeah, but again, that's the bit.
He's a lib.
I feel like the part that
would say that
would get them more in trouble is Simple
Jack.
Yeah, Simple Jack would be the part of that.
Simple
movie.
Jack would be tough.
We should do Tropic Thunder for Movie Club. I love that movie. I have it on Blu-ray.
Congrats.
I love that movie. It's so funny.
Congrats. Yeah, Simple Jack would be still a tough hang.
Yeah, there's some lines in that movie that we definitely could not quote.
Even though you could say certain words nowadays again.
Yep. Certain words are indeed back.
Certain words.
Poll question up at Happer Show. Is Tropic Thunder the original Blazing Saddles?
Perfect. What a great poll question.
That doesn't even make any sense.
That's right, Connor.
One movie came out 40, 50 years later.
That's right, Connor.
Hippie and Monk writes, a dude playing another dude. Classic. That line is
playing a dude played by another dude.
What a line.
It's
That
great.
is so good.
Great
and then, what do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people? Huh? What a line. What a line. Oh.
All right. So, excuse me, get your votes in on the poll question. We do have a correspondence from our dear friend. Where did it go here? Where'd Cindelar's comment go?
So many comments. There it is. Is that the one?
Cindelar, sign up in the chat if you're ready for a dang beer. # beer time.
No, just coffee and water for me today, please.
I'm going to be ready. I'll be ready.
My coffee is chilly now. I need more coffee.
I have to wake up probably at 2:00 in the morning.
Oh
tonight,
my gosh, that is so gross.
Just to leave this godforsaken town.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to live it up. Josh, I'm taking your advice. Josh Odson.
Oh yeah,
You're
not going to sleep.
I'm
in
not,
the city that sometimes sleeps.
No guarantees. No guarantees in the sleep situation.
Okay,
but I am going to have fun because I love fun.
Hey, I'm not
you
having
are
fun.
Not fun.
I'm having a great time. Stibb says I've never seen Tropic Thunder. Huh? What in the world, Stibbs?
That's actually shocking.
Yeah, that
Stibbs,
is.
you would love that movie.
Yeah, that is a movie of Stibbs.
Yeah,
it's a classic comedy, Mike.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay. This is the topic alert day.
Yeah.
So send in topics.
Yeah.
We'll talk some sports at you
Maybe.
throughout the show.
Maybe.
We'll talk about Nebraska and Iowa and things of that nature.
Perfect.
We're off and running. We're almost an hour down in our mega marathon today.
Headley, how many times did Josh P. slander listener Jimmy Palmer while drinking last night? There was zero slandering of Jimmy Palmer last night.
I don't think Jimmy Palmer came up in our conversation.
No, I did. We did make fun of some things and people, but not listener Jimmy.
Yes.
I can confirm that. Not listener
So
Jimmy.
Headley's basically asking if Jimmy Palmer lives rent-free in your head.
And he definitely does not.
That's what a person would say if they live rent-free in
I
your head.
very much appreciate listener Jimmy. Thank you for listening, Jimmy. We appreciate you.
Stibb says, I'll do a podcast where people just watch me watch Tropic Thunder.
Great podcast.
Sounds like a great plan. I have to work on some copyright there.
Yeah.
Things of that nature.
Indeed.
All right. We're back after this here on the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone. All right, welcome back. It's the Connor Happer Show here on 1620 The Zone and on 1620thezone.com. Connor Happer, Josh Odson back in our studios in Dundee. Josh Peterson is with me. Nick Grimm is with me.
Oh, yeah.
And we are in Las Vegas for one more day. One more trip around the sun.
Nick's only here for a few more hours.
Wait. That's a year.
Yeah.
One more
lunar cycle.
One more trip around the earth.
One more
spin.
One more
spin.
sun around the
One more sun around the earth.
One more sun around the earth. We're here. For one more day.
Man, we're having a great time.
We are. I love Vegas.
I love these types of trips because it's about bonding. We got to bond a little bit more last night. And unlike March, when I was being a sober Sally, I had a very good time last night.
Yes.
Walking around with our big drinks. I said, I'll have the IPA, please. And then they gave me the IPA, and I was like, oh, no.
It was gigantic.
See,
it was a massive IPA.
I knew it was going to be a big drink, and I still got a twee.
Yeah.
I love twee.
I don't know what to. Oh, that's right. Nick got a twisted tea.
I love twisted tea on
tap. Yeah. And then I got. And then I had a Coors Light after that too.
I also did.
That was
pretty much
following
only Coors Lights.
That was following the drinks at the rooftop.
You
Thank you,
guys
Coors Light.
always copy off of me. I'm always in the right place,
Oh,
and then
wow.
you guys are like, "Here, let me
Interesting.
go over to this little square." Over here.
Interesting.
Happer's there, and it seems good.
Interesting. Headley says, "Is Nick headed to Pyongyang, North Korea after this?" Nick, is that where you're going?
Nick, are you going to Pyongyang?
You going to North
Poll
Korea?
question?
Nick?
Yeah.
Happy
question.
Thanksgiving
Listen,
from North Korea.
I don't judge you guys for where you go on Thanksgiving.
That's true. Nice.
Some people
Thank
go
you.
to-
Thank you.
Thank you.
Some people go to Denver. Some people go to Pyongyang.
Stibbs throwing strays my way and then was in bed before Jimmy Fallon was on TV. That is not true. We were up very late last
No,
night.
it was like 2:00 in the morning, Jimmy Fallon time.
Yeah, exactly, Stibbs. We were up very late. Very late.
You
Jimmy
also
Fallon
didn't have
was
as
in
much
bed.
to drink as him.
Was Jimmy
Fallon hammered last night?
People forget that's why
I'm just
Jimmy.
just playing the odds.
Yeah, that was the
Is he
story
a
about.
drunk?
Remember when he ripped off his finger? There was a story.
Oh,
and
what?
there was-
He had his
You
hand
don't-
bandaged for like 6 months, and everybody's
He-
like, "Hey, what's up with that?" And he's like,
Yeah,
"Ah,
he
don't worry
had
about
a
it."
Stupid
he had ring
show.
convulsion.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so if you're not married and you plan on getting married anytime soon, Nick Grimm,
Okay.
Wow.
watch out for ring avulsion. It's why some people don't get rings like this.
What's avulsion? What's that word?
It rips off your skin. Yeah,
It like
I don't
just
have that.
degloves your finger.
yeah, basically, yes. It
Oh.
degloves your finger.
But how does that happen over a day? I take my ring off every
No,
day.
it's like it gets caught on something and it goes.
You take your ring
It's
off
like
every
it's a
day?
one-off.
You take your ring off?
Why do you take your ring off?
to sleep.
Yeah, why do you
Really?
take your ring off?
You don't sleep with your ring on?
Yeah, I sleep with mine
No,
on.
I don't sleep with my
Poll
ring
question.
on.
Yep.
Poll question: do you sleep with your ring on?
Does
I feel like I'm normal. You guys sleep with your ring on?
Of course. Why would I take it off?
That's the point. Is did you keep it on forever to remind
It's sleep. It's I'm a corpse.
Wow, Stib says because he's in Vegas.
Happer! I have a ring on right now. I'm awake.
Happer.
If I'm awake, I'm wearing a ring.
Did you say you're a corpse when you're sleeping?
Basically, I'm dead. Josh is trying to save me from my undiagnosed sleep apnea a couple weeks
you?
ago,
That's right.
and I don't wear a ring when
I cannot wait to see the results of this poll question at
Yeah.
the end of the show. I cannot wait to see the results.
Lee says ring off for bedtime.
Wow, interesting.
Headley says Happer only married part time. I am not married when I'm asleep.
Oh, is that because you make your wife go up and take care of the baby? She's like, I'm not married to you. It's
What
your-
happens in sleep
There's
stays
no,
in
I
sleep.
have no opinions on what happens during sleep.
He is gonna walk through that door Thursday and be handed a child. Here, you do it.
It's going to be pretty amazing.
We have Thanksgivings to be had. We
gonna
have turkeys to be eaten.
How many people have texted other people and said, I cannot believe Connor is in Vegas with a newborn? Many people are probably texting
My
that.
child is barely a newborn.
Barely a newborn.
My child is nearly 4 months old.
Is that not new?
She is responsible
That's-
for her own
Still
stuff.
has the new baby smell.
All
Happer.
right. No, she smells excellent, and except for when she craps, and stuff like. But she's not a newborn.
Interesting.
She's not a newborn baby anymore, right? I don't know what the parameters are for that. But
After your daughter is a year, are you going to say she's a year old, or are you going to stick with the months thing? She's 14 months old.
I don't know. I haven't decided. We haven't got there yet.
First 18 months, you get that.
Maybe if you kept your ring on while you slept, you'd be able to think about it subconsciously.
By the way, I did get my daughter a nice gift from Fremont Street, but don't say it. It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
You get a surprise.
It's a surprise.
It's a great gift.
You get a prize.
Joe writes, I'm with Hap. Mine comes off at night. It bangs on the wooden headboard.
Jeez.
Hello. Congrats on
What are
the
you
sex.
doing with your arms when you sleep?
A wild Jimmy Allen has appeared.
Oh, what does Jimmy say?
Jimmy.
I am a ring-on boy while sleeping. A bad look for you.
Damn it. You never want to be on the side of Jimmy. All right, well, it's time to start taking off my ring when I go sleepy sleep.
Yep.
Do you leave it on when you shower?
Well, I sleep and then I immediately transition to shower. So I guess I'm not married when I'm in shower either.
Oh, wow.
Hot take alert. I'm not married when I'm asleep.
You want me to tag anyone in that, Connor?
She's watching. My child's probably watching right now too.
Does she know that you take your ring off when you sleep, or is she finding this out too?
Everyone does. I guess
Not
I don't know
everyone.
I guess I don't know if she does. She
See,
doesn't.
I feel like women should take their rings off when
Yeah.
they're asleep because it's just so garish. There are all these stones
Yeah,
on
I mean,
it.
like it's
You think they should take them off when they're in the
if-
kitchen too,
I
Josh?
feel like I'd scratch.
If the woman rolls and, hits you in the face, yeah, they could blind
Yeah.
you.
Uh-huh.
I don't like that hot take graphic. I'll just say that.
You said it, Happer.
I know it's your
hot
stay up
take.
there, but I just want to say that I do not stand by it. All right, I made a mistake,
Oh,
but
my God.
but it's true. So a couple texts here.
Oh, awesome.
Just quickly because we have a topic.
Yeah, we do have a sports topic.
It is 11:04. We've talked about nothing. I love
It
it.
is 11:04.
It's my favorite show.
Good. This should just be the best of on Christmas Day.
Joe says I'm with Hap. Mine
Oh.
comes off at night. Oh,
I read that
that's
one.
the same one.
Yep.
Sorry. I missed that one.
That's the one at the headboard.
LSD Will asks, "How's the gambling going? Who's winning and losing?"
I'm super lost. I'm
Yeah,
lost.
done.
I'm dead.
toast.
Depends on what you mean, LSD Will, by winning and losing. Because I feel like a winner.
Yeah, I'm winning.
Do I
in
have
life.
more money than I had here than I when I started? I do
No,
not.
no.
I do
I'm,
not.
I'm
I have less money.
We're winning because we are making memories and
That's
we
right.
are spending time together.
The best part about memories is making
Yeah.
them.
The real casino chips are the friends you made along the way.
The biggest bummer is that Odson isn't here with us as well.
Yeah,
that is
Josh,
the
we do miss you. We
That'd
were
be pretty
actually
fun.
talking about that last night.
Many
we
are
love
saying.
you.
Yep,
we,
yep.
we
I
love
love
you.
Someone has
Yeah.
to run the station.
exactly.
That is true.
Uh-huh.
Generally.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, should we Sindelar? I only put my ring on when I go to sleep.
I can't wait to see what this poll question today.
I know it's gonna be great.
Honestly, I really don't know what's going to happen.
It's gonna be a great time.
Okay, so we have a topic.
A great topic.
By the way, the party has begun.
It has begun.
Hurt Stadium.
I can't wait. I'm going to order a wrap later, and it's going to be a party in my stomach.
I think you guys are doing Vegas wrong, man.
What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean?
You're supposed to be eating big steaks all the time, drinking whiskey,
I
not,
can't eat
not
a-
twisted teas.
How much money do you think we
All right.
have?
Odson, I can't eat a steak during the show. I need to eat a wrap during the
We
show.
are working.
There's
Why
also
can you not
nothing
eat a
wrong with
steak
twisted
during the
Well,
show?
First of all,
Josh.
I don't know if there is a steak.
God
at
gave you two
Stadium-
forks right here.
Let me see. I don't believe there is a steak at Stadium Swim. There
You know,
isn't.
it's not called Steakium Swim.
Do you
That's a
know,
place I would visit.
Josh Odson?
Connor, Happer.
How many salads do you think I've eaten on this trip? You'll never guess.
The
you
answer
have your-
better be 0.
It's 2.
It's two.
Two salads.
Do you have your ring on when you salad?
Y'all disgust me.
Hey,
Two
Odson,
salads.
no, don't blame me for this. I've had burgers and I've had chicken tenders.
I think I've had the most.
Josh hates us so much. Josh not only dislikes that we're here and that and then separately that he's not, but
Yeah.
then also that we're doing everything incorrectly.
I had a pineapple pizza last night. That's
Oh,
fun.
gross.
Children.
Wacky.
I'm surrounded
have
by
a-
children.
I had a slice of
Hey,
meat pizza.
I'm at least the person who came up with the idea to go to the rooftop and
Yeah, we had whiskey up there.
Yeah, we did.
That was
I had
very
an old
cool.
fashioned, Josh. I had an old fashioned and a bourbon and
Thank
a glass of bourbon on the rocks, please.
I had Japanese whiskey and
Yeah.
my favorite scotch.
And a twisted tea cancels that out, Nick.
Yeah, I've not had any twisted teas.
You should have some twee, Josh. Lighten up.
I did have that really bad old fashioned the first day though. That was a bummer.
Horrendous.
That was a sad old fashioned.
Horrendous.
Do you want to throw a whole orange in there? Thank you.
Here's a comment from Stib.
Oh,
Put a cutie in there as a garnish. It's fine.
Can I get your finest wrap and a twisted tea and make it snappy? It's almost bedtime.
All right, should we go have steak after the Creighton game later on?
Let's do it, Josh.
Should we
Let's
have
have
a
a steak
steak
tonight.
All
Nick's
right.
out of here. We're
Nice.
getting steak.
Okay.
I'm gonna get pretzels and graham crackers.
You are. You
That sounds
are.
like a fun time.
We got a tweet, by the way, from Sam.
Oh, hello, Sam.
Maybe it's an age thing because I also take the ring off when I sleep.
Wait, age thing? I am older than both of you.
Maybe it's an age thing.
So wait, it's a younger millennial thing? It's a slightly younger than me
Is he
thing?
young? Is he?
I think
what's
Sam
he-
is slightly younger than me. I think he's your age.
Me and Sam handshake meme.
If I ever get married, I think I'm gonna keep it on when I sleep.
If you get married, interesting.
Okay. Here's the topic.
Are we doing it now or we got to go to break? What's going on with
No,
the
no,
clock
no, no.
situation?
No, we're gonna no.
Okay.
Just follow my lead.
All right.
This is my show.
Okay.
We're good. Because Mitch is gonna join us at the bottom of the hour.
Okay.
We're close to it.
I don't know what time anything is.
We're starting this topic now.
Okay.
The topic is who's going to enter the transfer portal for Nebraska.
It's a great topic.
Now, we're doing this in a very cool and creative way.
Yeah, we're not just going to say yes, no, yes, no.
Yeah, we're not going to go through the entire roster and say win, loss, win, loss, win, loss.
No.
That's
What
a
are we?
June topic.
Yeah, that's and Bill Simmons.
And Bill Simmons.
So sad. Look, they have the Falcons and the Bucks and the Eagles and the Cowboys and the
Yeah,
Rams.
I think they're like a 42 and 36 NBA team.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they're not. All right. So we have tiers.
Yes.
We have built some tiers, and then we are also open.
But we're not going to make a graphic.
No, we are definitely not making a graphic.
No
But
graphic.
We are open to other tier ideas.
Yes.
Tiers such as the wait, he has another year of eligibility tier, meaning that guy's probably going to go into the transfer portal because he's been around for a really long time and just wants to get a fresh start somewhere else. All right? That's that description. There is the traditional in search of playing time.
Classic. The OG. That's the OG transfer portal guy.
Back in my day, that's why kids went to the portal.
Seriously. Remember those days?
Yep.
Those
Now
days
it's
are
for-
over.
Now it's for money.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of,
There is the tier that really we haven't named yet. We don't have a
one's that?
special name for it, but the bag tier.
oh, I mean, I feel like we call it the
The get the bag
time
tier.
to get that bag tier.
the Juan Soto tier.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
The I'd like to make myself a free agent, or
or
regardless if you enter the transfer portal or not, somebody's going to throw a large sum of money at you to go into the transfer
correct. There are some obvious names for that tier.
portal. Okay. And then there is the Malachi Coleman
Memorial.
The Malachi Coleman Memorial.
Oh wait, I guess that was the playing time one, wasn't it?
was the playing time
yeah,
tier?
I feel like that was the playing time tier.
There's got to be a tier where it is the coach pushing the child out of the nest.
Oh, good one.
No room. No room at the end tier.
The Your Cut tier.
Oh wow, that's a Christmas reference there, Josh.
That is.
Yeah, Jesus.
And then there's also a walk-on tier of like the entire roster of, but we don't have to talk about those guys.
We're not going to talk about them. That's we have to cut the roster down to 105 players tier. Sorry, Billy from Axtell. You're basic.
Wow.
You're gone.
Wow.
I
Axtell
have family who lives in Axtell.
Axtell just got thrown way
Uh-huh.
under the bus.
Mhm.
All right. So just keep that in mind
Yeah.
when we discuss these topics.
Yeah.
Should we start with the bag tier?
I think so.
The spiciest of the tiers?
Yeah. Oh, Travis says that's the walk-off tier. That's good. The walk-off tier.
Walk-off
That's
tier.
the
I like it.
that's the one where you got to get down to 105. All right. So who are the players in the bag tier? There's two obvious ones, are there not?
Ja'Cory Barney and Dylan Raiola.
Just be on your P's and Q's, everybody, with those two players. They're going to
Maybe Dana Holgerson's in that tier too.
Dane Holgerson. That's not a bad idea.
There's no coach transfer portal, but
I mean,
it kind of
life is a transfer portal if you're a coach. It really is.
if you're Dana Holgerson.
Yeah,
certainly.
definitely.
Yeah. So there are going to be people from
Mhm.
around college football
Mhm.
who say, "Wow, look at the situation this year. Nebraska was generally not that good, even though they might end the season on a high note.
Yeah.
They were not that good. The expectations were not met, and there was a struggle this year. Why don't you go into the transfer portal?
Yeah.
And if you commit to my school, I will give you $1.5 million or something of that nature.
Definitely. Be on the lookout for those two players. Dylan and Ja'Cory are going to be the guys that are talked about the most. Is there anybody else inside of this tier? Does Nebraska have any other good players that people are going to want to pay copious amounts of money for? They will offer them the finest steaks in Las Vegas.
How about like
or a wrap?
How about like a Vincent Shavers or something like that?
He was the other player that I was thinking about. Has he had those types of moments, though, that, are going to result in him getting that bag?
But you still, like, after your freshman season, if you're a highly recruited guy, you still have the highly recruited, like, smell on you.
Oh,
you know?
interesting.
Even if you haven't played,
you were a 5-star.
you still smell really good.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
If you're a junior, you stink. You don't smell good anymore.
As somebody said, Yamushi.
Yamushi.
Justin the J-Sker, Yamushi. Yeah, you don't want to have that mushy smell.
You get all mushy.
Yeah, like, ooh, that's a 5-star. By the way, Stibbs asked, what about the my aunt made the whole state mad on Facebook tier?
Yeah.
You have any nominees for that one?
Well, I do think there will be a tier that Thomas Vidoni will go into, but we just have to decide which one. Maybe he deserves a special one.
The tier?
Yeah.
That he's definitely leaving because he's mad tier.
More like shh beep.
Nice. He's definitely in that tier.
But he's responded well this week at practice.
Apparently he's had the best week of practice of all time. Oh, here we go. Asian Joe. I'd add Sierra, the actor, as a fringe bag tier guy. What about Josh's BFF Vidoni? That's a good one. Sierra Wright's probably in the bag tier.
Wright, the actor.
Even though he has the mushy smell because he's old. That's a good one, though.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty solid. Drunk Monk. Does Connor think freshmen smell good? Bold question.
Do freshmen smell? No, don't do
Bad
that.
show for Connor.
don't do that.
Do freshmen
They smell good, don't they? You're like,
I know what you mean.
They still have that. Ooh, wow.
I know. Yeah.
You were a 5-star?
Headley, does Connor like to smell freshmen? When he takes off his ring, he smells freshman.
Who else? I'm just kind of scanning the roster right
Yeah.
now.
What about Travis? To a certain extent, Princewell, Lenhart, or maybe McGahee could be in the bag tier.
Yeah, McGahee's another guy I thought of. What the heck happened to Cam Lenhart this year?
Dude,
Where was he?
I know. Him and in Princewell. Those were guys.
Princewell, at least I've noticed.
Yeah.
I've never noticed Cam Lenhart this year.
Have you even seen him? Is he still existing?
Have you noticed Cam Lenhart at all?
Yeah.
Does Miami park the Brinks truck up to try and
For McGahee?
bring McGahee
For all
home?
those guys.
Come home.
Come on home.
McGahee. Yeah. Your dad played here.
For McGahee, for Shavers, and
Yeah.
for Ja'Cory Barney.
Yeah.
They're all Miami guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good one. Justin asked, Justin Evans in the bag tier? Is Justin Evans in the bag tier? I don't think so.
No.
I don't
But
think he's in
Justin
the bag
Evans
tier.
is like if somebody offered the bag to Justin Evans is like Ben Zobrist. If
Explain this to me. I'm
Like,
out of baseball.
Ben Zobrist was like a really valued player for a long time, but
Yeah.
it was secret.
Oh,
And then
interesting.
He was like, yeah, we love this guy. Don't tell anyone how much we love this guy. That kind of thing. And then he went to
Nice.
free agency, and he was a part of multiple crucial trades that
Okay.
brought Ben Zobrist World Series. So he ended up being like a league-wide known player. But for a long time, he was just like
He
a
was
really
a secret.
high-value guy.
Interesting.
So if people, offered a bag to Justin Evans, I'd be like, damn, how'd they know that? How'd they figure that out?
Interesting.
I don't know. Is that a tier by itself?
I don't know. That seems a little convoluted to me. Little convoluted.
Which tier does Carter Nelson go in? At Carter 098542.
Carter numbers? I am worried that Carter Nelson might be in the my aunt made the whole state mad on Facebook tier.
Oh, no.
I'm worried that he might be in that tier or the OG playing time tier. I'm worried that Carter Nelson could be in that tier.
Yeah.
But he could also very much fit in the bag tier because he has that freshman smell.
He does. He smells good.
He has the 4-star, look at that raw talent. If only he played for a good program tier.
I like that kid.
That's
smells
that other tight end decommitted yesterday.
Oh, yeah, Bear, Mr. Bear.
Yeah. we think that that's because Mr. Florida State will decommit from Florida State, right? Isn't that why he decommitted?
When I see decommits at this stage of the game,
You think
it doesn't even mean anything to me.
Oh, interesting.
It does nothing to me
Okay.
because there's such a roster numbers crunch that I'm sure Matt Rule, if someone came up to him and said, "I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry, Coach. I'd like to decommit," he would just be like, "Great,
Yeah,
thank you."
He said that
Because
at the press
it's-
conference this week.
Yeah,
he said
it's one less person I have to deal with.
Yep. That's essentially what he said. He
got to
said,
get down to 105 players somehow, right?
one less breaking the news to them conversation I have to have.
I handshake meme with Matt Rule on that one. I hate
wow.
telling people bad news.
Oh, interesting.
I hate telling people bad news. It's not my style.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I understand that.
I don't like it. What about Teddy Prohaska? Seeing any tears?
He might be in the sorry we got to get the roster down to 105 somehow.
Okay.
He might be in that tier.
All right. Well, there's some more names out there that we can continue to discuss throughout the
Perfect.
show today.
No graphics though. We're not putting this
No
on social
graphics.
media. People get mad.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't
that we
tweet
did
at
this
any
on
of the
internet.
Huskers that we put them in the tiers.
Chris in Montana writes in.
Oh,
He says the homesick tier.
that's another classic old school reason to transfer. I miss my family. I miss my mommy and pappy.
Nick's joining that tier.
Is he? I want to go home.
What's up?
Nothing.
You weren't listening at all. What's
I'm-
going on? Nick
I'm-
was sleepy, I
I'm
think.
editing video.
Oh, look at Nick.
working.
Look at Nick doing his job behind us. There he is.
Hello.
Good job, Nick.
Can't wait to eat that steak tonight.
Headley writes Harburg may miss Carney. Ooh. Where's Heinrich Harburg?
Oh, he's a discussion.
Oh, he definitely is.
He's a discussion.
Yeah, he's definitely on some tier. He's on some list.
Heine.
Is Heinrich
Tiny.
Harburg on a list? Poll question.
He's definitely on a list.
Yeah, we all are.
Okay. All right. So if you would like us to discuss your favorite player
Yeah, let us know.
or your least favorite player.
Yeah, we got to talk about the running back room at some point in time.
We do. Those guys are on a list.
They're definitely on a list.
We are here at Circa Resort and Casino at Stadium Swim to be exact, where it's a balmy 54 degrees today.
No sun.
No sun yet. I do see some blue skies off in the distance to the south.
Skies of blue.
We will be headed south to the Strip this evening
Where
to
we'll-
watch the Creighton Blue Jays.
And we'll have a
play.
steak
And we'll have a steak.
in honor of Josh Hodson.
Maybe I'll see
Thank
more
you.
Creighton people, and they'll invite me to things this time.
Why don't you text some of them and say, hey, you want to invite me anywhere?
Let me get out my list. Creighton people.
There you go. You have a big, giant group chat.
No.
Headley, I wonder if he is on Connor's freshman sniffing list. I don't know who that's about, but I just love that.
Ty Davis, Jackson McAndrew.
Yeah.
Those guys smell good. Those guys smell great. Mitch Sherman will be a guest on this show.
I can't wait to talk to him.
I can't either.
It's
It's
been 2
been so
whole days.
long. It's been so long for me.
It's been like 2 whole hours.
It's been at least 2 hours since I
Nice.
talked to Mitch Sherman
awesome.
of The Athletic. We will have that conversation. Let's actually talk about the Iowa game for a little bit.
Interesting. There is a football game coming up.
Yeah.
I got some graphics ready. I don't know if you want to do that on your show or on my show, but I do have some graphics ready.
We'll talk to Mitch, and when we return, it's the Connor Happer Show live on 1620 The Zone. Welcome back. Connor Happer, Josh Odson, Josh Peterson, all here. Is Mitch Sherman here? That's the question.
I'm going to call him back.
Okay. Did he not answer?
Yeah, I'm going to call him back.
Gotcha. All right.
I can't wait to talk to Mitch.
I'm going to ask Mitch Sherman. The first question that I'm going to ask Mitch Sherman is, Mitch, do you wear your wedding ring while you sleep?
Excellent question.
And then we're going to find out what he says.
Mm-hmm.
Because people, of course, it seems, have opinions on this today. Josh Peterson has called the bat signal. He's put the bat signal out there.
Yeah.
And the tweet from Josh says, send us your finest topics for today's shows. And then there's a graphic of us that says, topic alert.
We love topic alerts, don't we?
We
folks?
love all of the great topic alert graphics that we have seen over the last couple days,
been
including,
awesome.
of course, the original one,
The OG.
which was on an escalator in Las Vegas.
Uh-huh. That was at the
6
MGM.
months ago. It was,
Or it was over there.
at the MGM.
Was it near the Sad Pizza place?
It was near the MGM. Yes. It was,
Maybe we'll find that escalator again later today when we're in search of steak.
and we even got a topic alert from Mike Farron. It appears. Have you seen this? Have you heard about
I
this?
love Mike Farron. What did he say?
Well, I mean, have you seen this Mike Farron tweet? Would you rather be a performer in Cirque's O, where you're constantly underwater, or in a Siegfried and Roy show where you get to play with tigers?
What a question.
Think about that.
Maybe a question for our guest.
Maybe a question for our guest, even though I don't really know I know what Siegfried and Roy are.
Yeah.
Wasn't No. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Mitch Sherman joins us now on the 42 Degrees of Source hotline. Hi, Mitch. How are you?
What's going on? I'm doing well. How are you guys? Feels
Great.
like
We're awesome.
You're doing great.
We're tremendous.
Images that I'm seeing.
That's good. That's good.
How are the podcasts this morning, Mitch?
Well, they're all done. I think it all went pretty well. Made the prediction multiple times, and I guess I'm not changing it.
Nice.
And at least you didn't incorrectly remember that Nebraska had a special teams coordinator.
I will say this. When we got started, I believe it was 2 a.m. local time for you or something like that. Connor was asleep for a few minutes, but he definitely woke up and made up for his blunder about Nebraska not having a special teams coordinator.
Thank you.
I cannot wait to see this.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
I'm going to go watch right now.
Hey, Mitch, here's a question for you. Do you wear your wedding ring while you sleep?
Excellent question.
Yes.
See? That is a normal thing to do.
I don't.
Happer does it, Mitch.
Everybody's making fun of me for this now. I don't understand.
Why would I take it off when I sleep?
There you go.
I don't know. It just feels weird. I don't know. It's just a habit.
Socks. I mean, I don't know. I don't change it out.
Is it? It's
Nope.
kind of like socks.
Poll question: is a wedding ring like socks?
It's kind of like socks. It's just another thing that's on your body. I don't want any of those except for underpants, I guess. All right. Well, I'm glad we asked the question.
Excellent question.
Okay, let's talk about the football game.
Yeah.
That's one thing we haven't done. We've talked a lot about Dana Holgerson and the offense, the defense, and what happens after this week.
Yeah.
But let's focus on the here and now. How do you feel about Nebraska's chances going into this game, considering what they have just done most recently against Wisconsin and what Iowa has and hasn't been this year? It's an Iowa-Nebraska game with, for the first time in a long time, like a different feel to it, a different sort of vibe to it than normal.
Yeah, well, there's a different vibe for sure because Nebraska's not hanging on for dear life and just needing the stars to align in order for it to get to a bowl game, or, you know, only playing the role of spoiler. Really, for the last 9 years, all that Nebraska's been able to get out of this, other than 2016 when the Huskers had 9 wins and that game went very badly for Nebraska, it's been about preventing Iowa from doing something, or, you know, the bleak feeling of trying to get bowl eligible and watching it slip away. Every time it's been at stake, it's slipped away for Nebraska or has been taken away in dominant fashion by Iowa. So at least there's a different vibe for the Huskers. Yeah, I think they can capitalize on that. I mean, it's not like many of these players have been around for all of those disappointing games, although a lot of them were there. And Matt Rule, I don't even, the way that Nebraska-Iowa games have ended over the past 9 years, they just blend together. So you don't really remember them individually. And then Matt Rule came out on Monday and said, we remember the guys waving to us and saying Merry Christmas as they left the field after the Marshall Meter walk-off last season at Memorial Stadium. And I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen. It just seemed like one of those things that was part of Iowa, Nebraska, like all rolled into one. So, right. You're not going to be in that situation, which is nice for Nebraska for sure. And it's probably actually a little bit disheartening for Iowa, because Iowa revels in being able to provide holiday disappointment for Nebraska. And, it can still do that with a win, but not to the same degree as ending the Huskers season.
Mitch, how do you think Nebraska matches up with the Iowa offense? Because for the first time in a while, like, they come into this game with a run game that is like actually potent, which we have not been able to say about the Hawkeyes for the last few seasons.
Right. And there were times in this decade where it has been, but you have to go back several years. And yeah, it's I think Nebraska will be all right holding up against Caleb Johnson in the Iowa run game. He's going to get his yards. It's kind of like the Rutgers situation, and Rutgers scored just 7 points against Nebraska, so they did fine against Monangai. And I get it. Like, it's a different animal. Iowa at night at Kinnick Stadium is different than Rutgers coming into Memorial Stadium. Like, I'm not trying to compare those things necessarily, but it's probably the most comparable to the offense that Nebraska's faced this year. The thing with the thing you have to worry about is Jackson Stratton, despite not having much experience or yardage to his resume, he does have an arm, and it's not like you can completely sell out on the run and bring your safeties and your corners to help and things like that. Like, he can beat you over the top if you're Nebraska. So they're going to have to respect that, and that of course takes away from the ability to slow down Johnson. And if he gets loose, then, look out. Because he's a guy, I think the thing with recent Iowa running backs is they've been able to move the chains and when they've had good blocking, which is most of the time, not a couple years ago necessarily in Iowa City, or even last year in Lincoln. But when he gets through, he's a home run threat. And that's why he's potentially a first team All-American this year.
Mitch, I almost hesitate to ask this question, but Nebraska's special teams have been actually okay for the last couple weeks now. They've made field goals, but it's not just that. They popped a return last week. Obviously, they let a big return up as well. So the question is, are you confident enough in Nebraska's special teams that they can play even with the Iowa Hawkeyes?
No, not really. It has been better. And Bushini's been very good. And I'm confident that, hey, Nebraska might have the best punter in this game for the first time in forever.
Oh,
and Torrey Taylor's gone; he's in the NFL, and Bushini he's a veteran guy and might be in the NFL next year. So I like Nebraska's chances there to flip the field and win some battles for hidden yardage with its punter. But most of the stuff, Nebraska's been marginally better, and marginally better at returns and not giving up a lot of big stuff in returns, although Wisconsin had one last week that came after a penalty that made it difficult for Nebraska to kick off and cover the kickoff. So that's somewhat understandable. But the field goal game, John Hull's been great for the last 3 or 4 games, going back to Ohio State. But Drew Stevens for Iowa is another guy who could be an All-American, could be like a Groza winner. And I was reminded this morning about Stevens. We had Meter, who hit the kick last year in Lincoln to walk off Nebraska and win for Iowa. The reason he was in that game is not because Stevens was hurt. It was because Stevens got benched, played poorly, kicked poorly at the end of the season. So there's a redemption factor for Drew Stevens, even though he lose the game for Iowa, but he's the reason that the Hawkeyes were in that tough spot with their kicking position at the end of the year, and that became so dramatic when the backup came in and sneaked it over the upright. Stevens will not be benched this year. He's much better, 17 to 20 on field goals. He's hit 4 from 50 yards or longer. So I don't think Nebraska's got much of an edge anywhere on special teams except maybe with Brian Buschini.
What are you thinking about Nebraska's offense in this one, Mitch? Because, last week at this time, we were coming off watching them versus USC, and while things looked better, they still only scored 13 points. Now we're coming off of a game where they scored 44 points and moved the ball up and down the field on Wisconsin. It's probably going to be somewhere in the middle, I guess. So which side would you lean more on, how it looked against USC or how it looked against Wisconsin?
Probably closer to USC, and that's not a knock on what they're doing or the progress they've made. I think they can score more than 13 points, definitely. With what they're going to try to do, of course, Wisconsin, and I think they'll try to find a rhythm and get Raiola so that he's spreading the ball around. That's a big part of his flow. And when we saw him early in the year, you can go back to the spring game where I think 10 receivers in his first 11 throws or something of that nature. That's when he really gets going, because the defense doesn't know where he's getting the ball to, and it all comes together. I was going to make that tough, and one thing I was going to do that Wisconsin struggled to do is to get some pressure on him. Like, they'll find ways. Phil Parker will find ways to get pressure on him. I think you'll see Iowa blitz if it has to get pressure, but it can play that quarter zone coverage and get pressure usually with a 4-man rush. And if they can do that, then it's going to be tough for him to find the same kind of rhythm that we saw against Wisconsin. So I don't think it's in any way going to look like it did, look that easy as it did. It looked easy at times against the Badgers. It wasn't. Like, they were doing a great job of executing the plays, but Iowa, especially at night in the cold, it's going to create some issues. Like, I think this one's going to be low scoring.
Look at that. A conversation about the football game, which takes place in a mere 2 days. All right, Mitch, we'll let you go. Appreciate you taking the time as always. Great to chat, and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too. Enjoy the basketball.
Bye, Mitch. Mitch Sherman from Duh Athletic. Athletic.
A question coming in from our favorite question asker, Jimmy, who asked an interesting question.
Jimmy Palmer.
People keep saying Kinnick is special at night, aren't they all? I mean, stadiums that have a pulse, aren't all of them hard to play in at night? Isn't Memorial Stadium harder to play in at night? It is. So
but they have a good fan. Like, they have a good fan base,
and part of it is, they do seemingly play a whole lot better at night than they do during the day. Like, to the point where they take down great teams.
There's something about teams that wear black playing at night.
Oh, it's a good look. It's a very good look.
It's a good look, but it also it feels like it means more.
Oh,
that's all anecdotal, but
it's not like it's the SEC, but it's different. Black uniforms at night, it just means more.
If you are a team that has black uniforms and you play a game at night, I think that's got to give you like a 5% better chance to win.
So, like, in the last decade, they've beaten multiple top 5 teams when they've come in there. Like
Ohio
Michigan,
State.
They beat Ohio State. They beat Michigan one
Woodshed.
time at night. They almost beat a Penn State team that was really good one year with Saquon Barkley. So, like, that's why people keep saying it, because, like, they objectively perform better in night games. It's like LSU, LSU plays better at night. But yeah, a lot of teams play better at night. But there's just something about Iowa and that place. It just kind of turns into hell for teams.
I actually kind of disagree with Mitch though at the end there.
About?
I think there's going to be some points.
Yeah, I do too.
And we talked about this yesterday. My mega lock of the century.
Yes,
I'm going over.
You said over 39.
I'm going over. I think both teams are in the 20s.
Yeah, I do too, man. I think there's going to be points.
All right. We can discuss that as we continue on throughout the show. Don't forget to get your opinions in. I have an opinion coming up in just 20 minutes. But first, the odd news is coming up next. Josh seems surprised.
I'm ready.
Yeah, he's ready. You're in the Connor Happer Show at 1620 The Zone.
And now we've reached the point in the show where Josh Odson reads the peculiar, the bizarre, the comical, the odd news with Odd Son. Odd news, Odd Son. See what we did there? The odd news with Oddson.
It's time for the odd news. We just saw some Jays fans who were excited about the game today.
Oh, wow. So they're the ones.
They were like, there was one guy in the group who said, "Are we going to win today?" And I said,
I've seen many tweets from many Creighton fans on my timeline saying, "I don't like betting against my team, but
I just retroactively regretted something from last night.
oh,
When I saw those Creighton people last night,
Yeah.
I asked them all if they went to the game. Yeah. And they were all, I was like, "You should go to the game today," because this conversation started, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They're like, "Yeah, you idiot. We
why
went to
would
the
I be
game."
in Vegas and not go to the game?"
Because
you
I was
moron?
projecting on them because we were
Yeah.
in Vegas and we were not at the game.
No, we went to Duke, Kansas.
Nice.
So that was dumb. But, you can't have that one back. We'll try again this afternoon. Josh, odd news. Let's do it.
We have, earlier this week I brought you an update on what Diddy will be enjoying for Thanksgiving dinner. I am here to tell you what the Menendez brothers will be enjoying for Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Isn't it freedom? Aren't they getting out soon?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll be enjoying freedom.
freedom, the theme of my hype speech in a couple hours here, by the way.
Hello.
We go to San Diego, the Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility. A non-denominational worship service will be included in the Menendez brothers' holiday festivities. Football will be on the TV all day long. And as previously reported, it says Eric and Lyle, they had their resentencing hearing scheduled for next month. So that's what you're looking forward to, Connor, is maybe
they're getting freedom for Christmas.
That's right. That's right.
Merry Christmas.
Even though they murdered their parents, wasn't that right?
Well, their parents were mean to them, so it was okay.
Yeah.
According
What's
to
up
everyone.
with this generation?
Well,
man?
according to the
Are they
guy
Gen
who
Z?
made Glee, you can do that.
Are they Gen Z? I don't know about the Menendez brothers.
Well, they're in that one basketball card, sitting courtside.
Oh, them. Yeah. No, they're not Gen Z. They look like Gen Xers.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
Gen X also
but Gen
the woke.
Z is about to let him out of jail.
Yeah, because Gen Z are of Gen X.
Gen Z said, "Oh, my parents were mean to me too. I get it." That's what Gen Z's saying.
Their Thanksgiving meal would consist of turkey slices, mashed potatoes, greens, and peach pie. Peach pie.
Peach pie sounds like something Josh Peterson would hate.
Thank you, Happer. Could not agree with you more on that take.
Josh
Peach
Peterson,
pie.
Josh Odson, handshake meme.
Handshake me, baby.
Peach pie would not be up my alley either.
Connor, we have the truck spill of the week.
Hell yeah! What are we spilling?
I'm not sure this constitutes a spill, but everyone else can let me know what they think. A tanker truck overturned in Tacoma earlier this week, forcing an hours-long road closure. The tanker flipped onto its side and spilled argon gas everywhere.
Ugh. What's argon gas?
Argon is an element, right?
That's right. It's a noble gas.
We were talking about elements that might be valuable in an apocalypse last night. Maybe argon is one of them, and we've just lost one of our precious.
Hey, put a pin in that because we need to have a topic alert of would you rather have a pillow or gold in an apocalypse?
All right.
Sorry, Josh.
No, that's
a conversation we were having at a very upscale bar last night.
Argon gas is an inert gas used in some light bulbs and for welding, but is not considered dangerous. It's also not something that you can it's not like gasoline spilling all over the road where you can clean it up with a squeegee or something.
Oh, it's got that freshman stink on it? Is that what you're saying? Or the freshmen smell good? Whatever.
Does argon gas smell like fresh?
Argon smells like a senior. Ugh. You can't get rid of that.
No, it's hard to. Yeah, very difficult.
And finally, in the odd news today, sad news out of England. As the world's oldest man has died.
The king?
For nearly 9 months, John Alfred Tenniswood held the title of world's oldest man,
John Alfred Tenniswood.
marking his 112th birthday during his reign.
Wow.
That ended Monday when he died in northwest England near Liverpool.
Sorry, your reign's over.
He was born on August 26th, 1912.
Ooh, that's right after the Titanic sunk.
Isn't
That's
it
right.
wild now? That
We now have nobody that's ever seen the Titanic.
Yeah. Bummer.
Oh my God.
Uh,
Nobody in England, anyway.
Yeah, nobody in England.
Now, Connor, whenever we do a story like this, you always
next?
ask. Well,
Yep.
you always ask that, and you
Who's now?
always ask, what do they accredit their long life to?
Oh, yeah. They always say, Dr. Pepper. I drink 8 Dr. Peppers a day.
had lots of wine.
Well, Tenniswood attributed his longevity to pure luck.
Oh, nice. At least that's somebody who gets it.
Yeah.
You know?
I smoked 8 packs a day. No, you did not.
That is impossible. I was a long haul truck driver for 42 years.
I never slept.
And I drink Mountain Dew.
I have insomnia.
When interviewed in April for
And John Tesh goes on his radio show and he goes, yeah, it turns out if you drink 4 Mountain Dews a day, you have a 2% better chance to live 5 more years. All right, sorry. Keep
no,
going.
you're okay. When interviewed in April for Guinness, he said, "You either live long or you live short, and you can't do much about it." The retired accountant and great grandfather said,
I mean, it is luck.
That's like the quote from The Dark Knight. You either, what is it? You
Live-
die a hero or you live long enough.
to see yourself become the villain.
Every
Yeah.
Nebraska football quarterback
That's
up
right.
until now.
Yeah, until now. Dylon has reversed course.
Interesting.
You either die young or live long enough to be the oldest man in England.
Interesting.
Guinness did not name a replacement.
Oh, there's no successor.
Yeah, seems kind of odd. Seems
Well,
like
you don't want to put that hex on the people.
You're up next.
yeah, that's the reason they died. The world's oldest living woman and oldest living person is Japan's 116-year-old Tomiko Atuka.
Okay, maybe you had some
Japan?
Japanese whiskey.
The Nick Grimm special.
I'll take the X dollar amount here. Whiskey, please.
Hell yeah, you will.
Hey, it's Nick.
Hello.
The real question here is Japan's 116-year-old Tomiko Atuka Mushi?
Moosh. Getting there.
What does she smell like?
She's a super
Yeah.
senior.
Not like a
No,
freshman.
Not like a freshman.
No.
No.
No. Okay, thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Connor.
That is the odd news. It is time
Oh,
for I Have an Opinion.
this is great.
Please send in your opinions because I feel like this is probably going to be a good one.
Yes.
I haven't seen too many of the opinions yet, but we usually get them as we go.
Yeah.
Send those in any way you want to get in touch with the show. At Happer Show is an easy way on the JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed. And make sure when you text or when you tweet or when you write on YouTube, say I have an opinion,
Yes.
and then state that opinion.
Yeah.
So it's easier to find. By the way, programming update.
Oh,
We will not be joined by Robin Washut today.
why?
It appears
Oh,
as
no.
if he was not interested in dunking on me. So that's good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to talk about Mushi.
I really could have used a change in a change in path there as far as the whole Creighton, Nebraska thing this week. So
Interesting. All right.
that works. We'll just continue on
Sad.
as planned. I Have an Opinion from Circa is next on 1620 The Zone.
This is the I Have an Opinion song. Haven't done an intro yet. Need to get on that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's better than any Stibbs joint. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, suck on that one, Stibbs.
I'd like to see Stibbs do anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Musical masterpiece by Josh Hodson. That is right. It is time for I Have an Opinion. It's a simple game, really.
Oh.
You proclaim first that you have an opinion, and then you state said opinion to us.
Yeah.
And we determine if it's a good opinion, if it's a bad opinion, if it's we have no
opinion.
if we have no opinions on the opinion,
Oh wow.
and or if we have many opinions on the opinion.
Mm-hmm.
We love opinions. That's what sports talk is all about.
It really is. Sports
Opinion.
talk is the original. I have an opinion. People didn't have opinions before
The
sports
whole
talk.
show is I have.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just rename the show to I Have an Opinion.
I love that. Welcome to I Have an Opinion. It's Connor Happer and Josh Hodson.
Can't you just see that being the next FS1 show?
Yes. 100%.
It's just a picture of who's the next take guy coming up.
Yeah.
You know, like
Maybe it's us.
some buff guy from On 3, and he's like, I have an opinion. It's just a picture of him in his tight shirt.
A white shirt.
Yeah.
They always have white shirts or black shirts.
What's up with their shirt?
I
After
don't
First
get it.
Things First and an all-new Speak, join us for I Have an Opinion.
Yeah,
on
I Have an
FS1.
Opinion.
First
this
things first.
afternoon.
I have an opinion. First things first being on in the afternoon is the dumbest crap I've ever heard of. What are we doing here?
It's no longer first.
Exactly.
When you
it
move
used to be a
time
morning
slots.
show.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got to rename it. If I moved into the morning with John, I don't think we would still call it unsportsmanlike conduct. I think they would rename the show.
Nick
Probably.
Wright strikes me as a guy that no, don't change it. That'll be funny. It's hilarious.
Okay, I like a bit, though.
Maybe that's the bit. First things first at 3 p.m.
They have named some shows, some things.
They
on
really
that,
have.
on that channel. Speak now.
Yeah.
Speak later.
I don't get any of it.
They have many show names.
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's start. We got this text earlier from Pedro.
Hey, Pedro.
Pedro likes to start his text off with "Hi, guys,"
Yes, he does.
and then he states that he has an opinion.
Yeah.
The three of you guys with Gary at a strip club.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay.
Gary would spend his check with Nick sitting next to him, and he would not spend $1.
Yep.
Josh and Connor would be checking their watch every 10 minutes, waiting for their chance to escape.
I think it's spot on for me.
That is an opinion that is correct, I believe.
Shout out to Pedro. That is an excellent opinion.
Yep.
Nick, do you want to hang out at a strip club with Gary?
No.
There we go. There we go.
No.
Strip clubs make me sad.
Strip clubs make Nick sad. People
There was
earning a living wage makes Nick sad.
Women earning a
Interesting.
living wage makes
Wow.
me sad.
Bodily autonomy makes Nick sad.
Wow.
There was no opinion,
Yikes.
though, on what Nick would be doing, on what Nick's disposition would be.
Yeah, I guess sitting next to Gary.
Just that.
Yep. All right.
I mean, I'm sure he'd be doing something.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Let's stay here on the text line
Okay.
from John. I have an opinion. Turner Corcoran has to be into the players of the group that is told to leave. He brings nothing to the table. Well,
Does Corkboard still have another year of
for
eligibility?
you, John, guess what? I'm pretty sure he's done because
Yeah.
he's been here for 48 years.
Yeah.
He doesn't have. I mean, I guess he could. Could he maybe get this year back?
Dude, I think he could.
Oh my God!
I think he could. I have an opinion, and I alluded to this last segment.
You have an opinion.
I have an opinion personally. Is this segment just about the listeners? Can
You
I
can
give
have
my
an
own opinion?
opinion,
All
yes.
right. So here we go. I have an opinion. If an apocalypse happened, gold, who cares about gold anymore? I want pillows. I want to be comfortable. We were talking about this last night, Josh, because we were at a place where there were many gold bars.
$2.6 million in gold bars.
And to which I say, cool, it's shiny, but what? Because Nick was like, if an apocalypse happened, that would be the most valuable currency. And it's like, but why? Why would gold matter in an apocalypse? I want a pillow so I can go sleepy. I love going to sleep. So how would gold help me?
But you wouldn't be revered by the people if you had bed. Like
they should revere me though. Like, oh my gosh, Josh has a bed. What if I have like 12 Casper mattresses?
What would you be able to pay for with your bed, though? You
Yeah.
couldn't.
I
you
would
have
get
to,
sleep.
You would have to trade your bed for something.
That's
more
why I have
useful.
12 of them.
You have 12.
It's
beds.
the finest currency in the land.
So if you had all the beds and started a monopoly on the beds, then that would be
like,
a good
what does
thing.
gold get you? Cool, you can. It's shiny, but if there's an apocalypse and beds disappear because you have to sleep in the woods, you would want a bed. I would.
So I think you're half right. The gold, the currency wouldn't matter anymore. But a bed, no, I mean, no, because you're going to be walking all over the place looking for goods.
I guess it would be hard to drag a bed around.
Yeah.
But there would have to be some sort of currency.
Yeah.
There would have to be some sort of currency.
But why gold?
Labor.
Why would gold be the currency? You would need something that you can actually do something with it, right? What would matter in an apocalypse? What are the
Beanie
things
Babies.
what are the things you need in the food, right?
Water.
Guns.
Food that is not guns would matter big time.
I think
big
bullets would
Second
matter.
Amendment guy.
Bullets would matter more than guns, I think.
Poll question.
Well, you need the guns. to
yeah,
have the
if you
bullets.
just throw a bullet.
You can't just throw a bullet.
I don't know. Maybe Otani survives the apocalypse.
Randy Johnson. Oh no, they have bullets and Randy Johnson. But no guns. But no guns.
Yeah, the Dodgers would survive the apocalypse.
Oh no,
he
he's like Kershaw.
and have only bullets. Of course they would.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they would.
Uh-huh.
Let's go to the YouTube comments here.
All right.
A
for
lot of
couple.
good ones in there. You might need to scroll up a hair.
All right.
All right, let's go back to when we started.
Well,
this
CJ,
segment.
I have an opinion. Josh would be the first to die in an apocalypse. No survivors goes, no way, I'd run away. I'd run. Can't catch me. I'd be fine.
Yeah, but you're not fast. You could just run for long.
Whoa! I'm fast
Are
enough.
you fast?
Oh, I'm fast enough. I can't run like a 4.240, but I can run a sub 5 minute mile.
Which would be the more valuable skill to have? To be a long distance runner in an
Or-
apocalypse situation.
Uh-huh.
If somebody
I
was,
mean-
or a zombie thing.
Anywhere
You know?
from Seattle to Miami is going to have people that want whatever it is you have because there's no society has crumbled.
Yeah, but I've been led to believe that the zombies have unlimited endurance.
They do. They are endurance runners.
So
They can qualify for Boston.
full question: are zombies endurance runners?
At the very least, they're endurance walkers. They do have a
Could they
lot of
qualify
endurance.
for the Boston Marathon.
Well, Travis, distance runner would be more valuable. Thank you. Thank you. Suck on that, Otani, with your arm and your bullet.
Kina writes in,
Uh-huh.
I have an opinion. That is the best opener ever. Similarly, Travis says, I have an opinion. Josh O should replay the opener for I have an opinion because my wife started talking to me and completely ruined it.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Tough look for Travis's wife.
This is the I Have an Opinion song. Haven't done an intro yet. Need to get on that.
yeah. You're welcome.
Excellent. Excellent.
You are welcome.
Brian writes, I have an opinion. 1620, the zone host needs to stay away from the Nevada dispensaries when on a working vacation. Pillows are gold? That's hilarious. We have not gone to any dispensaries.
Not even a little bit.
Now, is this, Josh, are you going to yell at us now because we haven't had steak or weed?
No, that's okay.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, we haven't gone into the dispensaries.
Let's see. Posty writes in.
Hello, Posty.
I have an opinion. Iowa having a great running back and a decent offense, but being a worse team than last year is funny.
Yes.
That's right.
Good opinion. It is hilarious that they've improved finally on offense, and yet the team is actually worse.
Do you think they're regretting firing Brian Ferentz?
I bet Kirk is. His wife probably yells at him every night. Why'd you fire our son?
Fired our kid.
Yeah, our baby boy.
You banished him to Maryland.
Yeah,
Oh,
why? Who would want to get banished to Maryland?
What do you think Mrs. Farron's area code is? You think she's a...
Oh, is she a 308 or a
Oh,
712
yeah.
gal, rather?
She probably wouldn't be 712.
How
right?
come?
Well, they're in eastern Iowa.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And what did we decide the area code is for Eastern Iowa? Is? I don't know.
Don't remember.
All right. Tony writes in, I have an opinion. PTI should be the next ESPN show to be canceled.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I actually think that's kind of what they got going for them.
Yeah, I don't ever watch that show. I used to love PTI when I was a spry boy.
I like Uncle Tony.
Yeah. I don't watch it anymore. It's on at the same time as me.
Definitely don't care about Wilbon.
That's right.
He's gotten really annoying over the years. Really annoying.
The whole
over the years.
Northwestern thing.
Yeah, just his whole disposition. He's just angry all the time.
Max writes in,
Hello, Max.
I have an opinion. The Heroes game is a stupid name. It should be, and always should have been, called the Corn Bowl.
Great opinion. Heroes game is so boring.
They play for a big corn, a big stock of corn.
Wow, Josh Peterson out on the Heroes.
Interesting. Interesting. He's like, yeah, these guys don't have beds.
They have gold.
They don't do me any good.
Now, Mitchell didn't say I have an opinion, but I do like this. He writes, I'm quoting you, I'm not married when I'm asleep, belongs on a hat. Let's get a zone hat that says I'm not married while I'm asleep.
1620.
That hat
1620s.
definitely has a rope.
Yeah, it absolutely does.
That is a very funny hat. I would wear that hat.
Matthew writes in, I have an opinion. Free throws should be abolished. Antithetical to an offense and defensive sport. Shouldn't be able to attempt to score without the defense trying to stop you. My wife always gets irrationally mad when she's watching a basketball game with me and they miss free throws.
Oh, wow, really?
She's like,
they're free?
They're free. Nobody's guarding you and you're at the same spot. You should make 100% of free throws.
I had a teacher in middle school who also was the basketball coach, and I asked him, what is a good free throw percentage for a player like me? And he says, all free throw shooters should shoot 70% or better. All of them. He said
tell that to Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq would fail my geometry teacher's free throw test. So that was his take. That was his opinion. I don't remember that guy's name.
Yo, geometry teacher don't know crap.
Yeah. Travis says, good take by Happer Wife.
Happer Wife.
Happer Wife. Happer Life.
Full of good opinions. I think we have a few more on the text line.
Okay.
Cody.
Hi, Cody.
Quote, I have an opinion. No one should be eating any of the pies that Nick brings to any event in the future. Nick, your pies are bad.
I've got bad pie.
What was this in reference to?
The crossover, I think, when we were talking about smashing food.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You don't want me to make pie. In foods class, high school, we had to home make pies.
Yeah.
The crust and everything.
Ooh.
I can't make pie crust. I'm so bad at it.
Yeah, I'm not of pie baking.
Did you even try, Nick?
I did. I tried to make a blueberry pie. It was mushy.
Mushy. But pies are kind of mushy.
Oh, yeah, that's their whole bit.
Pies are inherently mushy.
Yeah.
They're kind of supposed to be mushy.
Mushy. Brett in Minnesota writes, I have an opinion. Creighton sucks.
Well, I disagree.
All right.
With that opinion. Well,
we had one from Hot Danger that said Ryan Kalkbrenner. I have an opinion. Ryan Kalkbrenner will be the best player in the NIT this year.
Interesting.
Wow. Hard to argue with that opinion. Nebraska versus Creighton coming to a television near you in March.
But then Nebraska fans would argue that Connor Essegian is the best player in the NIT then.
They probably would. They probably will.
I don't. Well, Ryan Kalkbrenner would probably just opt out of the NIT.
I would think so, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Why would he play?
Why would Ryan Kalkbrenner play in the NIT?
Multiple references coming in like this today. Greg and Hastings, I have an opinion. The American rock band The Eagles and the Huskers are one and the same. All their best work was done decades ago, yet they both continue to sell out. Earlier we had an email that said, I have an opinion. The Huskers are the Cowboys, which was hurtful to me as a fan of both.
I went to an Eagles concert. I enjoyed it.
I hate the Eagles. I think they suck.
Wow, Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
I love the Eagles.
Yeah. Hotel California, solid song. Otherwise, I think the Eagles are mid. I would not want to listen to any of their songs. If their whole catalog...
You just don't like the Eagles because they're the Eagles.
No, that's not true. If their whole catalog disappeared off the face of... If Thanos snapped his finger... half of the Eagles songs went away, I wouldn't be sad.
This sounds
what if one of them was Hotel California?
Well, that'd be a bummer for me, I guess.
This sounds like a contrarian opinion.
It might be. I just think they're boring. I think part of it was my expectation was that they were going to be like a hard rock band. I just heard that name growing up. The Eagles. That sounds like a hard rock band.
It's your own fault.
You're such a Cowboys fan that you hate the Eagles, the band, too.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Grateful Dead. I was like, when it was time for me to get into Grateful Dead, I was like, cool, I can't wait to check out the Grateful Dead. And then I listened to it, I was like, why aren't they rocking more? This band's boring.
I agree with that.
Sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Careful though, we have that one listener who loves.
Oh, that's right. The Grateful Dead Husker fan. That guy was pissed when I talked trash on his whack band.
Pedro has another opinion.
Oh, awesome.
This show is Marconi worthy for best performance by a hungover cast.
Wow. Shout out us.
I had a text from someone we all know that asked legitimately if you guys were drunk.
I'm not hungover.
No, we're hungover. This is our flu game.
I don't get hungover.
Yeah, Nick told us earlier he still doesn't get hangovers.
I know I will someday, but that's not yet.
That's unreal. 27 and still doesn't get hangovers?
People who say that are lying.
Yeah, I'm just tired. No,
I'm
that's
not
being
lying.
hungover.
I'm not hungover.
Interesting. Matthew writes, I think it's because they're high. Again, no drugs.
Not drugs.
We have not taken part in any. They're not illicit out here. They're licit.
You could have drugs out here.
Drugs are licit.
Ooh, drugs are licit.
Right? Isn't that the opposite of illicit?
Yeah. I mean, hey, look.
Yeah.
I think we deserve a Marconi for this show.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, we're only 2 hours deep into a 7-hour radio show.
5 hours of opinion.
Can you believe that?
Wow. I need to get food in my belly. I need to get food in my tum tum.
You do.
Yeah. I've only had a banana today.
And then you'll feel very interesting after the hangover and then the opinions.
Yeah.
And all
for
of
sure.
those things.
Yeah.
All right, Eric, on the basketball related front.
Yeah.
I have an opinion. Fouls inside of 2 minutes should be worth 4 free throws.
Oh my God.
So Eric wants more free throws
Mm.
in games.
I don't see now. I guess the argument for this is you wouldn't foul as much down the stretch because then you would give the teams 4 free throws. I guess it's not the worst take because
It's quite the deterrent.
Games grind to a halt, you know? Like the Nebraska Creighton women's game that I called last Friday. Great game, exciting game. Last 2 minutes sucked because it was just a free throw.
Wouldn't you ultimately get the same result though? Like
Game-
either you'd be sending them to the line trying to get them to miss 3 out of 4 free throws.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But then you wouldn't be able to maybe you could make a 3-pointer worth 4.
Oh,
And
interesting.
you just take all the points and add 1.
Well, are you saying like the result of the game is still the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the in terms
deterrent.
of, but it's like it's more pleasing to the eye because they're not fouling anymore.
Yeah,
I like this opinion. I'll stand by this opinion. Jeff says Hap will get this reference. Lincoln radio guy says it's impossible for him to get drunk. That's BS.
I have heard this before.
What?
People say this, and people say this.
Who would say it's impossible to get drunk?
There are people who claim to have some sort of chemical imbalance.
That is no.
Where
That sounds like a T-shirt.
their body. I have a chemical imbalance.
I can't get drunk. That
I have a
T-shirt store.
chemical imbalance.
That T-shirt store would have a shirt that says that. I think.
I would wear the hell out of that T-shirt.
I can't get hungover.
I can't get
My name's Nick Grew.
I don't get hungover.
Yippee says 3 beers doesn't cause a hangover, Nick.
Twisted teas. They were twisted teas.
What did he call them? Tweez.
Tweez.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, so many opinions about free throws.
Cody, I have an opinion. Working from home on the days kids are out of school is worse than going to the office. Wow.
Wow.
Happer, you'll know this opinion later in life.
I guess.
Yeah, you don't know this opinion now. That does sound like hell.
I don't like working from home, period.
Your kids
though.
running around having takes about things. Daddy, I have an opinion. Shut up, Sophie. I don't want to hear your opinion.
My kid's been out of school all week.
What?
What the hell? What the hell is a working person supposed to do with the kid out of school all week?
Ian, by the way, says, Josh, good take on the Eagles. Shout out to me. Ian is of music.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be my finest opinion if Ian agrees with it.
I like some Eagles songs.
Nah, no thanks.
What are the top 5 Eagles songs on
Desperado, Hotel California, end of list.
Let's see. The Eagles have the top 5 on Spotify. Hotel California. Take It Easy. Please Come Home for Christmas. One of these nights. Life in the Fast Lane.
Oh, that song is mid. Everyone always listens to that song when they're driving.
I like.
Sounds like you live your life in the slow
I love
lane.
the fast lane, Nick.
I'm in.
Which a woman from Seinfeld?
CJ says, agree, kids suck. No children for this guy, folks.
That's
no
an
children
opinion?
for this guy.
Michael writes in, I have an opinion. John should be floating in a pool right now in a rubber ducky with one of those umbrella drinks, wiping away those J tears. Go Jays, 3-point bank, sobs uncontrollably. I believe that's our friends at 5 points.
5 points, bang.
5 points, bank, 3-point.
I saw he tweeted a photo earlier of the future site of the A's stadium.
He
So,
did, yes.
That's what
because
John's
he's right
doing.
next door to the old Trop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
John did the exact opposite of consuming alcohol last night.
Consume drugs?
No, he did the exact opposite of us while
Oh.
consuming alcohol.
Yeah, we were having expensive drinks, and John had two.
John was like, I'm going to go to the ABC store and just like double fist tall boys that cost $5
well,
a
because
pop.
you talked to some Creighton people who did not invite us to the 60th floor.
People
and
forget.
how
Sad.
expensive were the beer? They said they got 6 beers for $100.
No, but that wasn't on the 6th floor. That was at the bar they were at the MGM Grand.
correct, which is why John went next door to get the $5
That's
two
right.
spot.
And John was apparently at this gathering when they all bought beers.
Mm.
And they each, John, maybe Rob, all they decided that's not the place for me.
Interesting.
That's not the place for me.
Sam writes, I'm 28 and get hungover when I have 2 Diet Cokes.
Man, that sucks.
I feel hungover from eating breakfast sometimes.
Dude, I had that burger yesterday, and it made me hungover. Benmo Chris, I have a chemical imbalance, but it just makes my brain sad. Now that should be on a T-shirt.
That's a T-shirt.
That is a great T-shirt.
Let's see. Nate,
The picture on the T-shirt is the mask from the 1700s.
we have long proclaimed that we are not a yelly show, but Josh and I,
Yeah,
Josh
that's true.
Odson and
That's
I.
true. I'd agree with that.
Nate
Nick.
writes in, I have an opinion. Yelling radio hosts make the show better.
Oh, thank you, Nate. That is a shout out to John Bishop and me.
You guys do yell.
Everyone's always like, why is Josh so loud? Folks, I've always been loud. I was destined to work in radio. I projected my voice when I was but a spry boy, hanging out at home with my pop-pop.
I got told once in study hall, hey, Nick, you need to quiet. It's like, I know you probably don't realize this, but your whispering is still very loud.
That sounds about
I'm
right.
like, I didn't know that, actually. Thank you. I thought I was whispering.
TC emails in on the Equitable Bank inbox.
Hi, TC.
I have an opinion. Stephen A. Smith should rearrange his initials to show his true self.
Oh, no.
Not SAS, but to ASS.
Oh,
Got him.
A. Stephen Smith.
Disaster! What a bad idea!
That'd be funny.
Mhm.
Ass.
Brandon, I have an opinion. Thanksgiving sucks.
Whoa.
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 That's a bad
whoa.
opinion.
What's up with the war on Thanksgiving, guys?
Great question.
I
Great
don't
question.
understand it.
Talk about that on Fox News. Fox News.
There is a
won't,
war on
cowards.
Thanksgiving,
Yeah. What's going on with this?
and I'm here to defend it.
Pedro writes, I have an opinion. Connor, do you take off your wedding ring at night so you dream about an old girlfriend?
Oh,
You're not cheating on your wonderful wife.
well,
That's not an opinion.
Yeah, that was more of a question.
he
That was
married his
more
high
of a-
school sweetheart.
Yeah, that was more of a sociological experiment. Yeah, do you have an ex-girlfriend?
I probably had a girlfriend in like middle school.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Wonder what she's up to these days.
I didn't know
know.
you did the high school sweetheart thing, Happer.
Oh, yeah. Happer's been
I
with
did
his wife for like 20 years.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah.
One of my college friends, he started dating his now wife, I think, in like 5th grade.
Yeah, one of my cousins
They have a child.
like
Weird.
met his wife in like first grade.
That
or
is
something.
crazy.
But they weren't like together the whole time.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
hope not.
'cause that would be kind of wild.
Yeah.
But like kind of. you
That's
know.
crazy.
They-
Pushed her off her bike in first grade. We've been together ever since.
It was really weird in high school because we had a couple of kids that were together since like middle school. And then the second they graduated, they're like, all right, we're done with this.
Oh, wow.
That's like a comfort girlfriend.
Comfort girlfriend.
Alex writes, I have an opinion. You win a prize.
You win a prize.
You get a prize.
Come on, you get a prize, right? No,
Nope. Josh didn't want to give us a prize.
he's checking out something else.
Sad.
I don't know what's
Oh,
going on
oh,
over there.
Sorry.
You get a prize.
Hot danger. I have an opinion. Having a girlfriend in middle school is the same as never having a girlfriend. Is that like 49 is 50? Is having a girlfriend in middle school not having a girlfriend?
Why does it not count in middle school, but it counts in high school?
Because
It is not real.
Not to
I
get
mean, middle
creepy.
school is totally fake.
Yeah,
do
be very
anything?
vague. Be very
yeah,
vague.
yeah. But like, do you kiss? If you don't kiss, that's not a girlfriend.
middle schoolers kiss.
Middle
Okay.
schoolers kiss.
I had a girlfriend in middle
schoolers
school.
kiss.
Poll
Josh,
question.
how old were you when you had your first kiss, Josh?
I was a. How old was I? I believe that I was a freshman. Gosh, how old was I? I was either 14 or 15.
You were
I was
smooching?
13.
I was.
smooching
It was
at 13.
mooshy. It was truth or dare. My first kiss was truth or dare.
Mine was 8th
Yeah,
grade.
tough look for me that my first kiss was in truth or dare, and everyone made fun of me when I went in for the first kiss because they were like, "What are you doing? That's not how you kiss." I made a huge mistake. I've never told this story on the radio.
People in middle school were definitely really judgy about kissing.
Yeah. They were exactly.
Oh no! Disaster!
That was me. That was me.
Was that the same
Making
girl?
out. People were making
Was that
out.
nighttime fun girl?
No, that was in 3rd grade or 4th grade. I wrote a note, Odson. I don't know if you know this story. I wrote a note, passed it to a girl, and it said, "Me plus you equals nighttime fun."
I am aware of the origins of nighttime fun.
Got in trouble for that. They sent me to the office. They said,
Aaron Pavilion says
Yes, they
leading with the
should.
teeth.
"Oh no, disaster! What are you doing?" Oh,
Please don't kiss me with those teeth.
yeah. So yeah, Nick, if you don't kiss a girl or a boy in middle school, that's not having a girlfriend or a boyfriend. It's all pretend.
But
Me
if
plus
did
you
kiss
equals
them-
nighttime fun.
But if
There
you
it
do,
is.
then yeah, sure, that's a girlfriend.
Okay.
I guess. It's just
Me
all
plus you
pretend.
equals nighttime fun.
You gotta ask for a ride to the mall. That's not real.
Yeah, no.
That's not real.
One final opinion here from Travis.
Hello, Travis.
I have a very controversial opinion.
Mm.
The Iowa wave tradition is overplayed.
Wow.
Love it for the kids. It's great and all, but does every show and broadcast leading up to their home games need to feature this?
Man, Husker fans hate this tradition. They get so
Why do
mad by
Husker
it.
fans hate
That'd be like
kids?
showing the tunnel walk before every single
Oh,
game.
interesting.
Or the sellout
Interesting.
streak before every single game.
Okay, I have a rival tradition that is overdone.
Okay.
It's jump around. Wow.
I thought
you
it
gotta have
was great on Saturday every time I heard jump around.
Do we have to go live to jump around every time they're jumping around? It's not that cool. All right.
Wow.
The wave.
It seems
That's
like,
pretty cool.
So it seems like I have an opinion for this is I just don't like my rivals' traditions. That's kind of what this opinion is. I don't like the tradition of a rival. Like
I'm in on the wave.
So-
I have no bad things to say about the wave. I get choked up at the wave every time.
I
Seeing
cannot
those little
imagine-
kids in that
yeah.
hospital.
I think it's cool.
I think
it's
that's
cool.
what it is, Connor. It's not that Travis hates children with cancer.
Is that he hates Iowa?
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm trying to think of a team that nobody cares about around here, and if that team did it, you would think it's the cool. Hell, if Nebraska did it, you'd be like, "This is the
Honestly,
best thing of all time."
Enter Sandman is pretty cool. I do like that.
Of course it is. Enter Sandman is great.
At least they're not waving Enter Sandman.
What if every time they entered Sandman, they waved at Metallica? Thank you for this song, Metallica.
Metallica up in the sky, like
Like Mufasa from Lion King.
Well, I was thinking more of Happy Gilmore with Chubbs, and he's up there waving with the alligator.
Somebody did. I'm not going to go all the way with this reference, but somebody made a reference recently that included Mike Stibbs in the sky and somebody else, and people were waving at them.
Oh,
Indeed. There you
Okay,
go.
those are the opinions. Jordan says it's because Iowa fans got mad at Scott Frost for allegedly not waving in 2018.
Is this true?
Did Scott Frost not wave?
it
I
seems
don't
like
know.
something he would do or not do, rather.
You must stop and wave. You have to wave.
I was trying to wave down the drink cart girl on the other side of the stadium. I'm sorry.
Nice. He's like, beer cart lady, where's she at?
By the way, we had that poll question earlier. If Thanos snapped half of the podcast away, would it be the worst thing ever? And Ben responds, even just half of the podcast Josh records.
Damn.
That would be a bummer.
Wow.
I make money off of those podcasts.
You would have half the money.
You would take the money away from my pocket.
You can monetize a podcast?
You can, Josh.
Interesting.
Yeah. Happer can attest to that.
Nobody knows
here's-
what those are, though.
Here's another wave-related opinion from Hayden. I have an opinion. Iowa only started doing the wave to try and one-up the Jack Hoffman touchdown run.
That's amazing.
Look at what they're doing for sick children. How about we do this every week?
We wave. Let's take a spring game bit and do it for every game.
I'm sure it has nothing to do with the Hope Lodge or a cancer research center.
Wow,
being
Nick is very
next.
triggered by these opinions.
I like Iowa City.
Talk about kissing
Hope
your
Lodge.
middle school girlfriend more, Nick.
She wasn't my girlfriend. We just kissed.
Wow. Friends with benefits?
Put a ring on it, Nick.
Friends with bennies?
Only if I can take it off when I sleep.
All right. Great segment, everybody. Great segment.
Excellent work by all.
Let's take a break. We have more I Have an Opinion Radio coming up. I do have a reminder for you all.
Oh,
hey, guess what?
Get a prize. We still have 4.5 hours left.
Well, we have that, and we're all very charitable and enjoy when people wave and things like that.
Some of us do.
You have an opportunity to wave to your community figuratively. On Giving Tuesday. 2024. A day to celebrate what the Metro can do together in just 24 hours. Donate now through December 3rd to support your favorite local nonprofit. You can wave at them with your money. All the details can be found at 1620thezone.com.
He gives you the latest sports news, interviews, and life-changing commentary with a smile on his face. Because he wears those ticklish underpants. Let's get back to the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Hey, this week's Zone Deal is to an exciting new Omaha restaurant, Churko, located 192nd and Q with an ever-evolving menu. Churko is a dynamic, fine dining experience. This week's Zone Deal, you'll get two $25 vouchers, a $50 value for just $25. That's half off. On sale Black Friday, 9 o'clock in the morning at 1620thezone.com. 9 o'clock Central Time.
9 o'clock Central Time.
9 o'clock Central Time. Important. Josh, one thing here before we get to Grunt the Slate.
Nice.
By the way, Sindelar writes in on YouTube, I really hope Kenneth gets here in time for odds to Grunt the Slate. Kenneth is the biggest fan of Grunt the Slate.
Really?
He loves Grunt the Slate.
You know what? I love your guys' show. I listen all the time. I have never heard this segment, so
Wow.
I know.
You're in for a
You
treat.
You don't click on it on the
So,
podcast?
you know what?
Sounds like you don't listen all the time.
No, so what happens is when I am eating lunch, that's when I usually get caught up on the episode, on the segments that are like the early part of the show. But by the time that I'm going to the station, like that's when it's happening live, but I don't listen live. I listen to the podcasts. And then after work, I'll be honest, if I haven't listened to it, it just disappears into the ether for me. So I've never heard it. I'm pumped to hear it today.
All right.
I can't wait to hear it.
I think you're gonna like what you hear. I know Kenneth will.
Yeah.
If he's here.
We asked for topic alerts earlier.
Okay. I have.
Oh, sorry. No, did you have something?
I do, but
yeah. Well, just Sam says you pee on the toilet seat. You accidentally didn't put up. Is it acceptable to wipe it with the bottom of your sock? That's disgusting.
Oh, no.
No disaster.
Wait.
So you accidentally don't put the toilet seat up. So you're probably a bit inebriated.
Yeah.
And you pee on it.
And
So he's asking, do you wipe it with
stick your foot on it?
Yeah. No.
Get a piece of toilet paper.
Disaster! What a bad idea!
That's gross.
There's toilet paper, presumably.
Right there.
What if a little bit goes on the floor?
Clean it up.
With your foot though. Right?
No,
Oh.
with toilet paper.
Yeah, with toilet paper. I don't want to be standing in my own urine the rest of the
Don't
day.
be a
Happer.
piss boy.
Yeah, but it's just a little
Just a
bit.
tiny
I'm
baby
just saying a
amount of
little
pee.
bit.
A little
It'll
pee.
dissolve right in there. You'll never know.
A little pee is a treat.
You can give your socks some pee as a treat.
Boasty says,
Both
I have an
socks
opinion.
like
Oh,
pee.
socks aren't for cleaning up. Screenshot that and put it on the no context 1620.
Which is a great Twitter account,
great
by the
Twitter
way. If
account.
you're not following No Context 1620, you miss out on some real funny stuff, in my opinion.
I
have an opinion. It's a funny Twitter account.
This one comes to us from Nebraska Public Media.
Oh, okay.
Headline: Memorial Stadium concession sales grow in first year of cashless payment.
Oh, interesting.
That's right. Vendors at Memorial Stadium
Society.
grossed $7 million in sales this year. That compares to $4.5 million last year.
Wow.
It went up, what? I mean, like 40%, basically?
That is more than 40%.
Yeah. It's 56%.
There you go. I was going to say, yeah.
56% increase
That is nuts.
in sales. Of course, Nebraska hosted 7 home games this year.
People forget.
Did they host less home games last year, and that's what's responsible for this number?
No, it's the
7
cashless
home
society
games.
we now live in. So that was one of the reasons that they said it was there will be less spillage because the hawkers
They're not peeing all over everything.
they're not stealing the cash that you have hawked over. And so how about that? They're making more money.
The hawkers were pocketing that much.
They were pocketing $3.5 million.
Do you think they're investigating that, or they're just like, yeah, we lost $3 million?
No, I mean,
I think it's easier to buy concessions.
are the lines
quicker.
really that much faster? That is crazy because a lot of people are like, that's not true. They're not going to be faster. They're not going to be faster. And they are because kids today can't do math. The Gen Zers don't know how to add or subtract
That's
anymore.
true.
What's 12 plus 10?
I'm horrible at math.
What's
12
12
plus 10? That's 22.
Yeah, see, it took you longer than it should have, though.
Mushy.
It's mushy. Is 22 a mushy number? Nick wants to know.
22 feels like a mushy number.
Hot danger. Will they accept gold bars? No, but they'll accept pillows.
What about pea socks? I don't have any ones, but I got this piss soap sock.
Poor Josh just sitting back in the studio. Oh,
So there you go. It worked. It worked. It worked.
put yogurt on a ship, and behind him it says "Mission accomplished."
Now what?
And-
Drive.
And
He
he
holds
had
up
to,
one of those machines.
he had to that they had to counteract all the people that vowed to never buy anything at Memorial Stadium again.
Isn't that wild that they made more money, even though some were like, "I will protest this."
Yeah,
and
I
never
will-
purchase a bottle of Mountain Dew
I'm
again.
voting with
remember-
my wallet.
Do you remember somebody did like a man on the street thing when Nebraska said that they and they like found this lady outside the stadium.
Yes.
And she was quite angry about it.
She
Yeah,
was a
you made
plant.
fun of her.
Right? She was for sure a
Yeah,
plant.
well, yeah. Then John was like, "What do you mean? There are people like this that have these opinions." Yeah, they're all idiots.
Oh, yeah, I forget. John got so mad at that conversation.
because they're his people. They're of his age. So wasn't there a young college student that was like, "I don't like paying with a credit card," or whatever? Wasn't there a young person?
I understand that opinion. I kind of like that opinion, but the results do not lie in this situation. You know,
Yeah.
basically Nebraska for the last several years, while not doing cashless payments, had been the best 3-9 team in America. They were making a lot of money, but they weren't very good
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
That's
And-
true.
And now they have a good record to show for it.
A couple of comments. Okay, lots of conversation about the
What?
socks. About the socks. Sam writes, "Piss socks are moosh."
Piss socks are absolutely mushy.
This show is ridiculous.
Travis says, "One of the Pearl Clutchers going to fear next. Not danger. What's the gold bar to urine sock exchange rate?"
I'm sure the audience was able to hear all of that.
Yeah, I apologize.
Yeah, what'd you even say?
What's
Jeff?
the gold bar to urine sock exchange rate these days? A tremendous question. A text comes in from Eric. "I listened to the sports show for hours, and all I got was this stupid piece of." And then there's nothing else. What did you get a stupid piece of?
crap, maybe?
Pedro says, "Urine on Socks. That is a great band name. Nick, put it on your list that you show to people at parties."
I am going to put piss socks on the band name list.
There you go. Jim, in I love this. Check out at the stadium this year, and the schmo behind me, upon discovering things were now cashless, loudly proclaimed, "Liberals! Liberals! The leftists have taken over yet again." Oh, man. This is great.
The woke socks.
The woke mob is
The woke mushy socks.
So if going cashless was a part of the liberal agenda, I think I like the liberal agenda.
Shout out to the lib agenda, says Connor Happer.
Connor Happer here for the liberal agenda. Yeah.
The liberal agenda. Mustache Adam, this show needs to be a whole Happy New Year segment one day. The unhinged, hungover, unsportsmanlike Happer show is amazing.
Here you go, Nick. We got you 7 more hours.
Thank you. There's one thing I needed. It was 7 more hours.
Talk about the mushy socks. I do love the idea of someone in their car today, and they're like genuinely angry that we're not breaking down the Iowa game more.
Probably more confused than anything.
Yeah.
Those Albuquerque truck drivers today who are passing through on the Thanksgiving holiday are very confused about what this
Yeah.
show is.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're in Vegas, folks. That's what happens. That's what
They
happens.
keep talking about this song. You know, that's what they talk about in Nebraska.
Yeah. What do they do there? Why is that all they talk about?
Not much to do in Nebraska except talk about piss socks.
And why do they keep saying mushy? If you didn't listen to the crossover,
Why are they in Vegas?
I'm asking myself that same question, to be fair. You got to be so confused by mushy if you didn't listen to the crossover.
Yeah.
All
All right, good segment, everybody.
Great.
Well,
Guess what?
What exactly was that segment?
It was supposed to be about the concessions, but
Well, I'll tell you that the podcast title is Piss Socks and Cashless Society.
Amazing.
Thank you, Josh. That'll be
Great
good.
work, Josh.
That'll get a lot of clicks
Yep.
later on.
That's the goal.
The show's about to get even better, though, especially if you're Kenneth. Why? Because it's time for Josh Hodson to grunt the slate. Let's go. Because there is a slate.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll do that next here on the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Grunt the slate, grunt the slate, grunt the slate. I'm gonna grunt the slate, grunt the slate. Gonna grunt the slate. Grunt the slate, grunt the slate. Grunt the slate. Grunt the slate.
What do you think? Another open by Josh.
Josh's opens are hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Kenneth, just in time.
It's
Time to grunt the slate. We have the lowest effort segment in sports radio where I read Josh Hodson games and he has a reaction to them in a grunt form.
perfect.
All right?
You do that. I'm going to eat.
It's nothing like Fired Up for Football.
No.
Which we will do later today, by the way, brought to you by Warhorse. We'll do that later on. John
Don't-
sent the graphic.
Just keep your wrap safe.
yes. It almost blew away.
Are you really going to eat while we're grunting?
Fine, I won't eat. I'm just really hungry, Happer.
Turn your mic off at least.
I was going to do this.
All right. Don't turn Josh's mic off. He might have a reaction.
I'll grunt.
Bigelow says, wake up, babe. It's slate grunting time. All right, here we go. Let's start in college football this week. Can I interest Josh Hodson in a little bit of Oklahoma State and Colorado?
Hello.
Didn't really sound very good.
Uh-huh.
Can I interest Josh Hodson in a little Egg Bowl, Ole Miss and Mississippi State?
Oh, Miss
Really?
rhymes with something.
What?
Miss?
Oh, no, it doesn't. It doesn't rhyme with anything. Can I interest Josh Hodson in a little Michigan, Ohio State?
Yes! Oh, yeah! Can you feel that, buddy? Huh? 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 I have exorcised the demon.
Wow.
Great reference.
That sounds pretty good.
Uh-huh.
How about a game with a lot of college football playoff implications all of a sudden?
Yeah.
South Carolina and Clemson.
Oh!
Wow. Oh, Travis is gone. We're not talking about that anymore. Can I interest Josh in, let's see, a little Oregon and Washington?
Nice.
Okay. Texas and Texas A&M. Oh, no.
That's good.
All right, we'll take that as a yes.
Why's it so long?
How about Farmageddon, K-State and Iowa State? Oh, really?
Wow.
Okay.
More
All right,
excited for next year.
All right. Yeah, in Dublin. That'll be fun. All right, on to the NFL. Thursday. Here's your
God, there's so many more left.
Here's your Thanksgiving slate. Bears and Lions is the first game.
Look, I'm always excited to watch the Lions, so give me a
Wow. Okay. Giants and Cowboys.
Oh, wait, I got to have one in here for that.
Who does number 2 work for? That's right, buddy. You show that turd who's boss.
That is your turn of the week.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
And it's on national television.
How about Dolphins and Packers on Thanksgiving night? Oh, there's some interest there. That's good. There's a Black Friday NFL game this year. It's on Prime Video. Chiefs and Raiders. That's a stinker. All right, then we're on to regular Sunday.
Okay.
Chargers Falcons.
All right.
Steelers Bengals.
Oh, just a little bit. Ooh.
All right. Cardinals, Vikings.
Ah,
That's a good game. Yeah. Colts, Patriots. Seahawks, Jets. Titans, Football Commanders.
Oh.
Texans, Jaguars.
Oh, wait. No, that's.
Ugh. Rams, Saints. That sounded like I'm gonna watch this, but I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah.
Bucks, Panthers.
Okay.
Ugh. Panthers, watch out.
No.
Right. What?
I will not watch out.
I don't know if we got to this or we're going to get to it.
Yeah.
Bryce Young, little something there.
Bryce Young is a subject of a writer question on NFL Reaction Overreaction, which is a segment that is lost in the ether.
We still have to do it.
It's
Little,
gone.
little something there.
Eagles, Ravens.
Oh, I don't care. I'm using it twice.
Oh, no. All right. That's good. That's a yes. 49ers, Bills, Sunday night.
Can we just? What's a grunt that says, "Can we just kill the Niners already? Put them out of misery."
That's the grunt we need.
Great grunt. Yeah. Browns, Broncos is Monday Night Football this week.
A text from the 402. Good concept. Terrible open.
What?
Wow.
What?
Out on the
Erroneous.
Grunt the Slate open.
Wow.
But likes the concept.
Okay.
It's harder to do when Josh and I aren't in the same room.
Yeah.
You know? And you're just kind of there.
Yeah. And you told me not to eat, even though I'm just kind of here.
Do whatever you want.
Do you think eating would have made the bit better?
It would have made my stomach full.
Okay.
There you go. Kenneth says, give me their number. I just want to talk. The person who had that comment. Oh. I love Kenneth. We need rigid defenders of Grunt the Slate.
It's a great segment.
Thank you. You seem to really like it.
I like it. Everyone does the same thing on radio, so you have to figure out new ways to do the same thing.
Okay.
That is a new way to do the same thing.
By the way, we could grunt this as well.
Yeah.
Louisville in the battle for Atlantis is currently,
oh my gosh,
injuring Indiana. They're giving them bodily harm.
And Chucky Hepburn and them boys is going off.
Yeah,
hold up.
Chuck's,
Boys.
Chuckster's got 16, 10, and 7 steals.
Oh my gosh,
That's
almost a triple dub.
The Indiana the prestigious Indiana football writers are now all forced to write about Indiana basketball. Are not having a good time right now.
No, they're not.
They're like, can we get Signetti to coach the basketball
They
team?
forgot what it's like to work at Indiana.
How many times do you think there's a joke on IU Twitter today?
Dude, there was a joke
Can
that was
we
made.
get
Here it
Signetti
is.
to coach the basketball
Our
team?
favorite commenter, Jimmy Palmer, made that joke. Looks like Sig should coach the Indiana basketball team.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, that's Grunt the Slate for the week. We have our picks coming up in the 1 o'clock hour, which is the 11 o'clock hour for us.
Yeah.
And we still have a segment before we get there.
Are we going to do NFL reaction, overreaction?
I suppose we could do it in this segment.
Okay.
It's sitting there for us.
No Robin Washut.
No Rob.
Sad.
So we're
no Bob Wash.
We are left to our own devices yet again. I wonder what we'll stumble upon.
I wonder indeed.
We'll find out next on 1620 The Zone.
He has the latest sports news, expert analysis, award-winning commentary, and a pocket full of cabbage.
Can you give us an indication why?
Just in case there's a sauerkraut emergency.
Let's get back to the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
On a just serious, we get serious for like 5 seconds here. Okay. What an absolute joy to be here at Circa Resort and Casino this week. We'll be giving out many thanks throughout the remainder of the afternoon before we get you over to John Bishop at 5 for Creighton basketball. But what a joy. We've been treated like kings, and we're trying to live that way. We're just trying to live up to the name that has been given to us here at Circa.
No mushy socks at Circa.
What a fantastic place. And if you're making your next trip out to Vegas, might we recommend Circa Hotel, Resort, and Casino?
Yes. Oh, yes.
It has been a great week, and it was a great week in March. And if we do it again, it will be a great week then. We got a YouTube comment from before.
Oh, awesome!
I almost forgot about this Friday bit.
Yeah,
the Happer history lesson, where I look back at the first game. So I just was able to put together some mild research. Nebraska and Iowa first met each other in 1891.
Oh, wow.
That is the second year of Husker football.
I was going to say, what year of it was Iowa football? Do you know?
I don't.
All right.
You
Look that up.
could find that for me. 1891. Iowa was the first team that Nebraska ever played that was not named Doane or Omaha YMCA.
Wow, that's a great stat.
In the season of 1891, Nebraska played 4 games.
Okay.
1 against Iowa and 3 against Doane.
Ha! Awesome.
They went 2-1 against Doane and 0-1 against Iowa. They lost 22-0.
Oh no!
There's an excerpt. There wasn't a gamer on this, but there was a primer.
Okay.
In the World Herald in year 1981.
It's like a Big Red Preview Friday.
Nice.
Nobody took the game as seriously as the 1891 Omaha World Herald Sports Department.
Oh.
Quote, a game of football will be played at the baseball park at 3 p.m. Thanksgiving Day.
Baseball.
The contesting teams will be the State University of Nebraska 11 and the State University of Iowa 11. They play here on neutral ground, and the contest will be for blood.
Oh, wow.
How did they get all the players from Iowa City to there, Omaha?
They walked. They ran.
Hey, did they have trains in 1891?
I guess actually trains make
Covered
sense.
wagons.
Yeah.
They would have done
What
trains.
a different time it was. What a different time.
All other games for the day have been declared off, so that this game will be great. Will be the great attraction for the afternoon. It is expected there will be a large delegation from the Bluffs to back the Iowa champions, and Omaha promises to give the Nebraska boys a good turnout.
Oh, wow. The sellout streak.
Football is attracting unusual interest in the East this fall, and those who know say the Western universities are giving a good exhibition of the game.
I thought it was going to say, if you know, you know.
If you know.
IYK. That was the original, if you know, you know.
Nebraska and Iowa, November 26th, Thanksgiving Day, 1891. They met in 1892, 1893. That's when Nebraska got their first win in the series.
Heck yeah.
1894, 1895, 1896, twice in 1896, actually. 1897, 1898, 1899, and then not again until 1903. And played a bunch of times in the teens, and of course intermittently, really until pretty consistently they were playing each other until the mid-40s.
What happened in the mid-40s?
Yeah, then what happened?
What happened in the mid-40s? People are asking that. People are asking that.
Will the under hit? Let's find out next.
They didn't play each other from 1947 until 1978.
Wow.
So a big gap in the rivalry there.
Tom Osborne beat Oklahoma that year.
They played each other in 79, 80. Nebraska won both of those games. Nebraska lost to Iowa in 81.
Yep.
And then won 4 straight in the series, 82, of course, 99, 2000. and then their first 2 games when they were both members of the Big Ten Conference in 2011 and 2012.
Yep.
Nebraska since then has won 2 games in the series. In 2014, people forget the last time Nebraska scored a point in overtime. And Josh, that leads me to a very interesting topic.
Yep.
Today.
It's actually
is-
tomorrow.
It's today.
I thought that we looked it up, that it was tomorrow, that it was the 28th.
Oh, it does say the 28th.
Yeah,
Why do I have it on my calendar as the 28th?
Because
we
we're
were going
off
to talk about it today.
We're off tomorrow.
So tomorrow
Yes.
is the 10-year anniversary of the last time Nebraska achieved a first down in overtime.
Yep. And points.
Scored a point.
Yeah, they scored points. Kenny Bell, the last recipient of points for Nebraska football in overtime in the program's storied history. Kenny Bell catches a ball, and Husker coaches run around screaming 9 wins at reporters. 9 wins. We did it.
We've accomplished
And
this great
I
thing.
am only half serious. I don't know if they screamed it at reporters, but they certainly screamed 9 wins.
Oh, yeah. And then Bo got fired.
And then Bo got fired on Sunday, and I did a radio show.
Yeah. And I don't think I did a radio show.
It was Damon Benning and me, and I think maybe Gary. I can't remember.
Since then, Nebraska winners of just 1 game in the series.
That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Bleep it. Trey Palmer down there somewhere.
Oh, man, he had a great game. He had a great game that day.
Might that performance be replicated?
Might that topic be revisited?
Might that topic be revisited?
Who's going to wake up pissed off?
Socks.
That's pissed on.
My bad. I mixed up the off and the on there. I mixed it up again.
The pain that has been inflicted on this series by Iowa. Oh, my Lord.
I don't know how it's peeking through. There's still clouds everywhere.
The pain that has been inflicted by Iowa in this series for the better part of the last decade has been immeasurable.
Yeah, it's been
there's been all kinds of losses. Last-second losses, overtime losses, blowout losses, bloodbath losses.
Oh, all of that and more.
Yeah.
Since Nebraska beat them in overtime.
How many walk-off field goals has there been by Iowa in this
Let's
series?
see. So last year they had one. They had one in 2019. They had one in 2018, I believe.
2018, that game went to overtime, correct?
No, they won in regulation. They had the ball.
They went down and
got like
because Nebraska
3
got a touchdown and a 2-point conversion
to tie the game.
It was a great catch by one Cade Warner, I believe.
It was Cade Warner.
Yeah.
Excellent memory. Yeah, and Iowa, they went down the field, and I can't remember, Happer, if they converted on 4th downs or if they just had multiple 3rd down conversions. But they were able to chew the clock up, and they kicked a game-winning field goal. The next year, Nebraska had the ball at the 50, and they could have run out clock and gotten their own field goal, but they had Luke McCaffrey on and off the field. It was a very stupid drive, and then Iowa went down. That was the blowing of kisses game.
Yep.
2020 did not end on a walk-off. 2021 did not end on a walk-off, though it ended in just an incredible amount of pain.
Horrible.
Just the
horrendous.
Yeah, horrible game. 2022 Nebraska won, and then last year ended on another. Was it a walk-off, or did they just win with a field goal with under, I can't remember if they did it with 0 time on
Which
the clock.
game you talking about?
Last year.
Last year?
Did they do it with 0 time on the clock? As you look it up, CJ Rice.
No, Nebraska had an opportunity.
I thought so.
So I was wondering how many times Iowa games have popped up on the Stubanji bad drives list.
Oh man, a lot, right?
So Nebraska has had the opportunity to tie or take the lead against Iowa on their final possession in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and then they won in 2022 and in 2023.
So every game since Scott Frost got hired,
Except one.
Except for one. They have had the ball with a chance to tie or take the lead, and they have only won one of those games. Wow. That is crazy.
And they actually did tie in 2018.
And they did tie. They did, as we just discussed, and then Iowa again ran out the clock.
Yeah.
And that was the game, and I think we mentioned it this week. That was the game that finishes, and everyone immediately wants to start the next season. That there was so much belief in where the program was going when that game finished, because they play Iowa tough. Adrian was awesome. I remember we had a coworker at the time, Corey, who is people forget, Corey Lathrop, Iowa fan, and he was at the game. And I remember him coming to work the next week and saying,
This is a problem.
Watching your team have to defend Adrian Martinez is so frightening. It is so scary. And then it was like never scary again.
No.
But it was that day. It was that day for Iowa fans.
And Nebraska finished 4-2 that year. And,
they started 4-2 the next year.
They started ranked.
They started the next year ranked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It did. They were not able to capitalize off of that.
Text from the 402. Throughout the day today on a text chat, a group of us have talked ourselves into a Husker win. Just picked up 4 tickets on the Husker sideline, 50-yard line, 25 rows up for 80 apiece.
Wow.
Looks like we're going to Iowa City. Go Big Red.
Go Big Red.
Go Big Red. Nick, say it.
I don't know if I can.
Wake up, Nick.
Go Big Red.
He got it, folks.
Nice.
He got it, folks.
Probably a drop in there that sounds exactly the same.
There is.
Go Big Red.
Go Big Red.
Go Big Red.
Nebraska has experienced some significant pain.
Lots of heartache in this rivalry.
Will they
Nebraska.
experience more pain?
People are asking. Or are you actually asking? I thought that
Kind-
was a tease.
Kind of. No. I mean, we're going to pick the game.
Yeah.
But there's no keys.
No keys.
But we are kind of talking about the game.
Yes.
And we have a couple minutes left in the segment.
Well,
it's very clear we're not going to do NFL reaction overreaction during this show.
I love that segment. It's so good.
We can do it in the afternoon.
Yeah, but then it's the afternoon show. We don't do that segment. I don't want to. That's stolen valor. That's stolen topics.
Well, I bequeath it to you.
Okay, I guess we could do it there. We'll see. It's an interesting matchup because as we talked about earlier, there was that I have an opinion that it's funnier that Iowa has a good offense or a better offense, but they're actually a worse team. Iowa has a really good offense. Well, really good for them. They have a really good running back, though, who can run all over Nebraska, a defense suddenly that I don't trust at all. Do you trust Nebraska's defense to get stops? Okay, so we don't trust that side of the ball. Can Nebraska
But their
move the ball?
quarterback is so bad.
So bad. Yeah.
Quite possibly worse than Mr. Deacon.
Dude, it's horrible. Their quarterback situation is garbage.
Big beefy Deacon.
Yeah, and he won last year.
Did you know that Iowa's quarterback that they'll be starting in this game on Friday is, first of all, a walk-on to Iowa, played the last 2 years at Colorado State, got in a little bit in his redshirt year, played 4 games, and I believe the stat line was 4 for 17.
That's under 25%.
Yeah.
Not great.
So it's not great, but
Disaster!
But and so you see that with any other team, you're like, yeah, their quarterback is a bumbling idiot, and you're like, well, Nebraska's they're gonna win this game, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to Iowa,
They love bumbling idiots. Iowa,
their favorite quarterback is bumbling
they're
idiots.
known for bumbling idiots.
Do you have a type? Bumbling idiots.
I want to get back to the game, but Keena sends us this. She says, the Husker history segment led me to Wikipedia, where I learned the guy who started NU football was chosen because he owned a football. How about this?
This is football the currency.
Check this out. Frothingham was asked to oversee the Nebraska program, primarily because he was familiar with the rules of the game and had brought a football with him from the.
No kidding.
Do you think the football was mushy?
Was the football mushy? That is amazing. Hey, should we start a program?
Should we start a football program?
Yeah,
Do you have a football?
Nope. Okay, well, I guess we're not going to start one. But
I mean, that's so great. That's like
Frothingham showed up and he owned a football.
When you play baseball in the backyard as a kid,
Yeah.
you want to play baseball? Do you have a bat?
Yep, exactly.
Do you have a baseball?
Oh, my gosh.
It's as simple as that.
That is incredible. Excellent find by Keena. Okay, so then the other side of the ball for Nebraska. How much do we trust Nebraska's offense after what we saw versus Wisconsin and also what we saw versus USC? Mitch Sherman said that he thinks the game would lean closer to the first game of the Dana Holgerson era, but is there a world where they're able to drive up and down the field in chilly and night Iowa City on Friday?
They're definitely playing a much better defense than Wisconsin was able to give them.
Oh, yeah.
So, but with that being said, like I still feel pretty good about Nebraska being able to score some points. I think some stuff comes over the top. And that's one of the, new things that's sort of unlocked this week. I think Nebraska receivers are able to gain separation. Like the back end of their defense just isn't as good as it's been with Cooper DeJean and those guys back there. So I think Nebraska's going to score points, and I kind of think Iowa's going to score points.
Yeah.
Because they're going to do what they do, and I absolutely don't trust Nebraska's defense to just generally be good right now.
Sure.
But more specifically against the run, what they do, they really test the idea that you have to be in the right place.
and they'll make you tackle them.
Mhm.
Nebraska has rarely been in the right place or tackled over the last couple weeks. I just think this is made for Caleb Johnson to go ham.
Yes,
Like
I do too.
I really
Whatever the
feel
prop
that.
bets are on him, take the over
Yeah.
on the Caleb Johnson prop bets.
With that being said, I feel like Nebraska's going to have a pretty good chance to win it.
Nate writes, load the freaking box against Iowa and make that quarterback throw the ball.
Yeah, just leave the receivers out there.
Yeah.
See if that guy can get it to him.
Yeah, they own footballs like Nebraska's coach did back in the 1890s. It's going to be tough.
Do you have a football?
What a time to be alive, man.
Yeah.
What a weird time.
So that's the setup for
Look at that,
a little Black Friday football action. Yeah, we moved on from piss socks.
Sadly. Where was that photo that somebody said? I was looking all over for
this
it.
was
it a tweet?
This was a tweet from Mr. Lashun, the official Happer show mascot, and
Oh, my gosh.
it's the logo that you see on the back of the trucks.
Oh, my gosh.
Calvin, yeah, the peeing guy, and he's peeing on his sock.
That is so funny. Wow. Sam, shout out to you, good sir.
Incredible.
Shout out to you.
All right, coming up next, we will make our picks for the weekend. Big weekend in college football. Josh will have his hype speech. Yeah. Josh is going to get me fired up. Time to light this candle. We'll do that next on the other side on the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Let's get back to the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Here comes the clown.
All right, time for picks. As we look ahead to the weekend in college football, not much time left in the competition, the season-long competition between Connor Happer and Josh Hodson. It was a good week last week for the both of us.
Ooh.
Oh, Josh, when I artificially manufactured
That's
a way.
right, you did extra games.
I artificially manufactured a way for myself to get back into the fight. And guess what happened? We both picked the same amount of games correctly because we both got Creighton men and women incorrect, Nebraska men and women incorrect. Those results were reversed from what we thought. I picked Indiana to cover, me, Indiana homer.
Wow.
Lost that one. Josh correctly picked Ohio State in that game. But Josh incorrectly picked the Colorado Buffaloes to cover the 2.5 against KU, and I picked Kansas to win. I feel like I should get bonus points.
Wow, shout out you.
Both of us correctly picked Nebraska to beat Wisconsin, and Notre Dame to smash Army, and Arizona State to beat BYU.
Take that, troops.
By 3.5 or more. So we look ahead to this weekend. The standings, still sub 500 for the both of us, Josh. But you're still holding me off by 1. Josh Hodson with a 37-40 record against the spread so far this year. Connor Happer 36-41.
I like last year better. Let's go back to last year.
Josh was like 900 games above 500 last year.
Shout out to Josh.
He's come back to earth this time around. We begin in Clemson, South Carolina, where once again we have a lot of college football playoff implications with this one. Could South Carolina enter its name into the chat if they beat Clemson?
People are asking.
They're number 15 in the new college football playoff poll.
Clemson first team out.
Clemson, right, and obviously they can play their way in as the ACC's winner. They'll need some help. They'll need Miami to lose in order to get into that game. Clemson is a 2.5-point favorite against South Carolina at home. This is Saturday, 11 o'clock on ESPN. Josh, you're ahead. You go first.
I'm going to take Clemson here. They very quietly righted the ship after the first, month of the season. So give me the Tigers here.
Yeah, I don't. There was definitely a moment where that was happening. Watching them over the last couple of weeks, Clemson, to just take a closer look what's happening here. Still don't trust them. With that being said, South Carolina is a tough team to trust, just period, ever. I'm going to take South Carolina in this game to win on the road in Clemson and enter themselves into the chat for the college football playoff. Give me South Carolina. We head to the Shoe, 11 a.m. on Fox.
Josh, or 1620 The Zone.
Ask me who's calling the game on TV on Saturday.
Who's calling the game on TV on Saturday? Oh, sorry,
Josh.
Josh.
Either Josh, I suppose, works. Gus Johnson, Joel Klatt, and the All-American girl, Jenny Taft, live from the world-famous Ohio State Buckeyes. Ohio State's 21-point favorite, and I will take the Buckeyes.
To cover?
Yep.
Wow, that's a big number, man.
Obligatory, that's a big number comment from me here. Also going to do it. They're mad. They've got all their goals in front of them if they simply beat the brains out of their blood rival.
Josh Peterson is Michigan pilled.
I saw a stat earlier this week that the last 2 times that Michigan has been this big of a dog, they lost by a point when they went for 2, and the other time they beat Ohio State. So let's just all be on our P's and Q's on Saturday, because if Michigan gives Ohio State a game and or wins, it'd be so funny.
Ohio State,
it would be hilarious.
Oh, I would laugh so hard.
I'll even call my shot even further on this one. Ohio State will win by shutout.
Whoa.
No points.
0 points for the Wolverines.
0.
The Wolverines, as Scott Frost's mom called them.
We head to the West Coast. Notre Dame is a 7.5-point favorite at USC. Notre Dame's last game before a theoretical college football playoff game.
Sure.
2:30 on CBS on Saturday. Josh?
Well, could USC's quarterback, get loose and run for some things against a big Notre Dame team? I don't think so. I'm going to pick the Irish here.
Yeah, Notre Dame's become a little bit of a wagon here. I definitely don't like where USC's at the moment, even though they did beat Nebraska. I am going to take Notre Dame to cover the 7.5.
The hook scares me a little, but
yeah, could be a touchdown game. Number 3, Texas is a 5.5 point favorite at number 20, Texas A&M. 6:30 on ABC Saturday night. This is going to be a little unhinged. High percentage of stuff getting thrown onto the field.
Oh yeah,
in this game.
Oh yeah,
we are in a stuff getting thrown onto the field warning in College Station. I will take the Aggies to win the game, win the football game, sending Texas and the SEC into utter disarray.
Texas wanted no part of this game for many, many years. They have it now against their conference rival. Win and they go to the SEC championship game. I believe Texas will overcome the odds and make the SEC championship game. And it'll be exactly who we thought was going to be in the SEC championship game preseason, Georgia and Texas.
Okay. We head to Farmageddon. This is in Ames. Going to be cold. Going to be cold on Saturday night. K-State, number 24, is at number 18, Iowa State, who's a 2.5 point favorite, 6:30 on Fox, Josh.
Gosh, I don't know. There's 9 teams that can still make the Big 12 title game, including TCU. I have no idea what's going to happen week in, week out in that stupid conference. Give me the Cyclones here. I don't know why. It might happen.
Yeah, I'm going to take Kansas State for the exact same reason. I'm going to make the opposite pick for the same reason.
Sure.
I'm going to say I have no idea, but I feel like taking 2 points is good.
We love points.
Yeah, I'm getting free points here. I have no idea who's going to win this game. It'll probably end on the very last play, or it will be decided on the very last play. And we finish with Black Friday in Iowa City. Nebraska has 6 wins. People forget that.
That's right.
They travel by covered wagon, just like 1891, over to Iowa City to play the Iowa Hawkeyes, who are a 5-point favorite. 6:30 on NBC, as called by dear friend of the show, Paul Burmeister, and his dear friend, Colt McCoy.
His friend and no one else's friend.
Nobody else's friend.
Certainly no one in our audience.
Josh, hit me with that hype speech, baby.
Freedom. Some people die for it. Some people paint their face blue and scream about it on a European hillside. Others take it for granted. Last week, the boys in red won that freedom trophy. Nebraska has freedom. Now what will they do with it? Will they come out fat and happy like you after a tryptophan nap this weekend? Or will they play with ruthless aggression against their blood rival? Are they going to come out looking sadder than the Dallas Cowboys this year?
Whoa.
Sadder than Dan Hurley at an anger management class?
What?
Sadder than Urban Meyer eating that pizza?
What?
Sadder than LeBron's hairline?
What?
Sadder than Mac Brown's retirement party this weekend? Or will they come out and play happier than when Happer gets a pair of kings at the blackjack table?
I do love that. Oh, yeah.
You know there's only one option. There's only one way to play Friday night. You went and got number 6. You went and won the Freedom Trophy. You've embarrassed all your rivals this season. Keep going. It may hurt like hell, but there's glory on the other side. What's that called, Josh? A runner's high?
Hello.
Wave to the kids, then wave bye-bye to the Hawkeyes and wish them a Merry Christmas. And tell them, don't let the door hit ya where the good Lord split ya. Because you've won the Freedom Trophy. Now play free. You're out of bowl purgatory. Now give them hell. For some, Friday will be their swan song. And there's no better music to the ears than your opponent begging for mercy. Prove last week wasn't a fluke. Prove last week wasn't us taking advantage of the rotting husk of a Badger corpse. Prove you deserve this. Make them regret every bad thing they ever said about you. So eat your turkey. Be thankful. Thankful for freedom. Thankful for that 6th win. But it's the season of gluttony. And it's okay to want more. Nebraska 24, Iowa 20.
We love it.
The season of gluttony. I love that.
Yeah, me too.
Also, I love freedom.
Yeah. No, nothing about heroes though in there.
Yeah.
It's overrated.
You get the wrong trophy, Josh?
No, I'm so excited that we have the Freedom Trophy for the first time.
Okay.
Got to find a place to put that.
That's true. That's true.
Don't let it hit you where the good Lord split you.
Uh-huh.
That's a thing people say.
Yeah.
Sindelar writes in another life, Odson was a mega church pastor. I love this news segment every week. It's a great segment. What's going to happen, Josh, when we are outside of football season? Are you going to do the same bit for like
Nebraska ball
or baseball? Nebraska welcomes in Indiana this weekend on the diamond. I want it. I want it really bad.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Nebraska welcomes in South Dakota State for a Tuesday night game. It's going to be 37 degrees on the real field. And Nebraska will use 8 pitchers.
They say change is bad. I say change is good.
How many pitchers do they have? Not enough.
There's potential. There's potential.
All right. I'm also picking Nebraska to win. 27-21.
Nice.
Oh, we're so close in score again. Haven't done that in a while.
I think I picked 27-21 or like a variation of 27-21 for the last like 4 weeks.
Nice.
That feels like the sweet spot for me right now. People forget Nebraska lost 28-20 to USC, and I picked 28-21.
Wow.
I picked Nebraska to beat Wisconsin 27-21, and they won 44-25.
Yeah, you big idiot.
And now I'm picking them to win 27-21 against Iowa.
Sam says Nebraska's hanging 37.
37.
That would be sweet.
Dylon slanging it through that icy cold air, and I was
gonna be so chilly.
slanging it through that icy cold air in Iowa City. It's like almost a little Gus Johnson.
I was just gonna say that was you started doing Gus again.
That Nebraska's gonna win. Everybody's gonna be very, very happy.
Many are saying.
All right.
Some of us predicted 7 wins all along.
That's true. Tough luck for John and me. I got
a little positive.
We got Kool-Aid pilled.
Yep. I always tell people this though. I go up a win in August every year.
At least we weren't like Mike Schaefer. He said they'd win 9, and after every loss, he was like, I still think they can win 9.
And I even didn't have that much time to do it this year because I was gone 2 weeks of August, and I didn't think about Husker football that entire. I guess 3 weeks, and I didn't think about football that entire time.
You had a baby,
and so then I came back, and the season was 1 week away, and I still went up a win.
Nice, and that week really got you going.
The Kool-Aid was delicious.
Nice.
We'll come back. We have many poll questions.
Oh, I cannot wait to get the result about the wedding ring one.
And we will tell you what to watch next on 1620 The Zone.
you get a prize.
To the polls at Happer Show on the JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed. We did have one from yesterday that we didn't round out.
Okay.
Is 1820?
People are asking.
I'll say yes. 66% say no.
Wow,
Oh.
interesting. Interesting.
Sort of surprising. Probably didn't understand what we were referencing.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
All right, on to today. We had a few good ones.
Yeah, we did.
If Thanos snapped half of the foods away, would it be the worst thing ever?
Yes.
No.
That'd be so sad.
No. 58% said no.
Good take.
No. Rice Krispie treats, yes or no?
No.
No. That's useless.
Yes, you idiots.
81% say yes.
Wow. Bunch of children voting in the poll today, Happer.
If Thanos snapped half of the podcasts away, would it be the worst thing ever?
Yes.
No.
No.
It would be so bad.
88%
Wow.
say no.
I was lamenting during the commercial break to Happer
You
that
were.
the worst part about being in Vegas is I haven't had time to listen to my podcasts. Very
is
sad.
Definitely the worst part.
It is.
Is Tropic Thunder the original Blazing Saddles?
That was a take.
Definitely not.
Nope.
No.
Somehow only 77% said no.
I don't get that.
More people were willing to do away with podcasts than thought that.
Interesting.
Do you sleep with your wedding ring off?
Most
No.
voted on poll question of the day.
Oh, really? How many votes?
I would have liked to see, do you sleep with your wedding ring on?
Yeah.
Many hundreds.
Oh, wow.
Do you sleep with your wedding ring off? It makes it kind of confusing.
Yeah, your answer would be
yes.
Yeah, mine would be no.
No.
57% say no.
Good.
Are you happy with that number? You seem to think I was an insane person.
You are a bit of a freak. I guess there are more freaks than I thought there were. What was your quote? What was your quote? There it is.
I'm not married when I'm asleep.
So there's a lot of happers out there.
Yeah, 43%.
I don't like that.
43% of the world is Happer.
Full question.
Yeah.
Are zombies endurance runners?
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
71% say yes.
Qualify for Boston, people.
And finally, if Thanos snapped half of the Eagles songs away, would it be the worst thing ever? Actually, probably not.
No,
It would
it'd be good.
74% said no.
Nice.
It would not be the worst thing ever.
Awesome.
And one more, I guess. We're very early returns here.
Yeah.
Is 43% of the audience Connor Happer?
Nice.
Yes, I'm going to vote yes. 100% say yes at this
Wow.
point.
Real quick, KD says, I just tuned in. Why do you sleep in your wedding ring? I need answers. Why would I take
What do you
it
mean?
off?
What?
He's asking me, he's asking someone like,
great question.
yeah, why would I take it? I don't,
Because it's a thing on your body.
but it doesn't.
Do you take off your watch?
Yes.
Do you take off your glasses?
Yeah. Well, I don't wear glasses anymore, remember? I went to Kugler Vision.
That's right. Does
Oh,
Nick take off his
But it's
glasses?
like I'm not punching myself in the my wedding ring is just under the pillow. It's on my hand under the pillow.
I didn't make a commitment in front of all my friends and family to my optometrist.
Exactly.
I now pronounce you.
Eye doctor and patient.
I now pronounce you being able to see.
Kelsey writes, it's bad for the metal if it's gold or platinum to sleep with your ring on. Well, that's great. Mine ain't that, baby.
What is that, Josh?
Tungsten with some crap in there. I don't know. That's sweet. It's a blue.
Tungsten and crap.
Your wedding ring, tungsten and crap.
You got poop in there?
We pried this off my grandfather's cold dead hand. And gave it to me.
You have a grandpa ring?
I do.
That's cool, man.
And it fit on the first try. I didn't have to resize it.
Dude, that's awesome.
I'm not wearing my tungsten ring today. I'm wearing my rubber ring.
Nice.
Just in case I have to jump in the pool.
By the way, Sam reaches out about podcasts before Josh lets us know what to watch. You're missing out. Bill preferred to talk at length about every possible NFL topic rather than discuss the Patriots and Drake May. But he did mention Frank Lookett. He also
Did you see the clip? Sam retweeted this. And Sam, great follow.
Incredible follow.
And he's tweeting all the time about all sorts of things. And he retweeted a clip from the Bill Simmons podcast where apparently he was discussing. I have no context for this.
Kobe
If
Bryant.
Kobe Bryant was named Kobe Bryantini, would everything have turned out the same?
If he was an Italian man named Kobe Bryantini and he came to America to play in the NBA, I cannot wait to listen to this podcast on my flight tomorrow morning.
Have we asked certain former hosts of the morning show if they've heard this podcast yet?
Oh, Damon. Yeah,
Whoa,
Kobe
whoa.
Bryant.
Oh,
Kobe Bryant.
okay,
Yes,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
I was like, what are we? Where are we going?
that-
Okay, good.
I missed it.
Josh, what are we watching?
Well, I guess we're gonna watch the Creighton game. I mean,
No.
It's on Max. You
Why
can
not?
stream the Mega NIL tournament on Max.
I cannot
That's
believe
right.
we are going to take time out of our fun trip in Vegas and go watch a bad basketball game.
well, it's a
see
game
our dear
against two
friend
ranked
John.
teams.
I'm excited to see John and tell him about the show today.
Oh, I can't wait to get John's take on the piss song.
It's going to be great, Nick.
John would love it because of his rag.
Is this
Oh,
how
yeah.
you found out about the family
Hey,
rag habit?
sorry, Odson, not to interrupt you again,
Okay.
but Sam writes on YouTube, Bishop's weird-ass family towel walk so the piss sock could run. For those of you who don't know, John's family had a family rag at the dinner table that they would all collectively use to wipe their faces and hands. And when he went to a friend's house as a young boy, he was like, "Where's the family rag?" And the person was like, "What are you talking about?
How do I wipe my hands?
Yeah, where's the rag? I need to wash my hands."
Oh,
Behind the rag.
God.
Oh, Lord.
5 o'clock on I don't know what time it starts on TNT. It starts here at 5 on 1620 The Zone and 101.9 The Keg.
Is it on TNT?
Yeah.
Or is it just on Max?
I'll go to the Creighton
I feel like
website.
we're just on Max today.
ESPN said it was on TNT.
Oh,
what do they
that's
know?
The soccer schedule.
Okay. I don't know.
While you guys effort that information, I'll continue. Right about now on ESPN from the Bahamas, number 3 Gonzaga takes on West Virginia. That's followed by number 4 Auburn taking on Memphis. We go to Maui, where right about now, Funk Soul Brother, ESPN2 is broadcasting Colorado versus number 5 Iowa State.
That's right.
Yeah, and then number 2 UConn takes on Dayton at 10:59 tonight because that's where the losers play. On the no longer Maui Jim Maui. Did we find out what the name is for this?
Yeah, it's some weird corporate deal.
Something stupid. Oregon San Diego State today at 3 on TNT from the Vegas Mega NIL tournament. 9 o'clock tonight on TBS from Vegas, but not the Mega NIL tournament.
Yep.
It is Rutgers and all their 5 stars against number 9 Alabama.
That's the Mega NIL tournament.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
it's the impact bracket or the,
yes.
the whatever.
By the way, Josh, it is indeed only on Max, so ESPN lied to you.
Wow.
losers.
Can't believe that.
Live
This
ESPN.
is a basketball game on the women's side that is in Nevada. It's not on TV, though. Number 13 Duke against number 8 Oklahoma at 3:30. Send them
That's in Vegas?
It's in Henderson. I'm not familiar with my geography there.
Yeah, it's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Henderson, I'm not familiar with your work.
That's right. NBA doubleheader on ESPN. Knicks Mavericks at 6:30, followed by Thunder Warriors at 9. Hockey doubleheader on TNT. That's why there's no basketball on TNT. Should have done the math there. Capitals Lightning at 6:30, followed by the Golden Knights at the Avalanche at 9 o'clock. Guys, a little something to watch on the plane on your way home on Netflix. New Christmas movie, Our Little Secret. 2 exes. One of them is Lindsay Lohan. The other is some guy from Pretty Little Liars. Spend Christmas together after discovering their new partners are siblings. Kristen Chenoweth co-stars.
Wow.
That
Lindsay
sounds
Lohan's back?
terrible. Back again.
Back
That's right.
again.
That's right.
Nick
Welcome
is going to
back.
watch this on his way home.
Why not?
There you go. Why not?
Welcome
That-
back, Lindsay Lohan.
That is what to watch tonight because I didn't
Josh.
have the time or the effort to go through the entire weekend.
That's fine. That's too many days.
Yeah.
Josh, enjoy your weekend.
I will
Great.
I will enjoy doing 15 logs, yes.
Wow. Seems like a shot across the bow at Nick Grimm.
I'm
Yeah, where's
going
Nick?
to be on an airplane.
He's mushy.
Feels like a
Josh's
perfect time to do 15 logs when you're on a
Josh's
laptop and nowhere to
brain-
go.
Will be mushy at the end of the 15th log.
Very.
Yeah.
Nick, why don't you do some logs?
On the plane?
No, right now.
Right. Oh, it's not that computer. I brought this computer for performance so I could edit videos.
Interesting.
For performance.
For performance.
For performance.
I just like that line.
For performance.
My work laptop isn't going to edit that simple video that I posted earlier.
Mm.
Get home safe, fellas.
Thank you,
Thank
Josh.
you, Josh. We'll see you on Monday, man.
Thank you for all your hard work. That is
Happy
the
Thanksgiving,
show.
bros.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving. I'm happy that we can say Happy Thanksgiving again. They tried to take it away from
They
us.
tried to cancel Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
the
you're just
war
supposed to
on
say Happy
Thanksgiving.
Holidays, but no, it's Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours.
If you miss anything, you can find it all. You missed a lot.
Oh, my gosh.
You can find it all on the website at 1620thezone.com. We're going to keep doing the exact same thing that we're doing. Just
But now
Josh is going to start the
I
conversation.
will start introducing our topics.
That's coming up next here on 1620 The Zone.